Bradshaw early days is flying the flag for Wodonga in that midfield, but they are definitely getting a lesson at the moment.
My only concern is, Dan, is that the first disposal away from the stoppage is not clean.
Yep.
So if they tidy that up,
and that's where they miss Matthew as well.
Yes.
Around the grounds, Mr. Stokes' pool world sees the Rovers out to a 20-point lead early against North Albury. It's a 12-point lead of the Tigers here against the Bulldogs. Here's King across half forward for Albury. Handball was smothered. Bradshaw wrapped up in a King tackle, got the kick away just in the nick of time. Trailing the contest here is Spiteri, palms it out wide. Here comes Jet Cassidy. Bounce was poor to him. Regathered possession. Run down by O'Brien, but got the ball away in the nick of time. On the last line of defence is Conlon. Umpire said he had prior opportunity.
Whoa.
It's a free kick going the way of the Wodonga Bulldogs, and I reckon it's big Matty Wilson who's going to be the recipient.
Yeah, it will be Matt Wilson, and he was quick onto that, Broughton.
Was quick. I don't understand players who get the ball and take a bounce 3 steps after they get the ball. It doesn't make any sense to me. You've got 15 metres before you can bounce the ball. Anyway.
They must kick this one here. Matt Wilson and Wodonga Bulldogs. Hasn't been a great set shot this year, but this one is straight over the goal umpire's hat. Sunjan goal today from Matt Wilson, the boy from Finley. The margin's back to 6 points on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, well, the one positive thing Wodonga can take out of that was Matt Wilson. That was a beautiful kick, but their work... flag for Wodonga in their midfield. He's up to 3 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, terrific goal from Matt. Wonderful kick to the hospital end. So there is the Dogs first, 12 minutes into the first term. Gainer turned it over to Jack O'Sullivan and on to Matt Wilson. And they get it 40 to the half-forward flank. Redcliffe knocked it out the back. Here's Jackson Kelly. Nice pickup. Juggled it and then fumbled in the end. And that one has found Machook here. Again, over on the far side. So welcome to you, wherever you may be tuned into the broadcast this afternoon. This is O&M Live. We're enjoying our day here at John Flower Oval. Overcast and winter brought forward, really. A little chilly. That's okay. Here's Muller. Right foot. Scrubby kick. Picked up well by Walker. Into Carroll. And then he's looking for a teammate. And here's Miles. Got a chance to run onto it. He's got some space here if he can gather. Wanted to duck back inside. And he's brought down. And the umpire is going to take this one.
Yeah, bit of rain around at the moment at John Flower Oval as well. You just see it dropping down. But Fletcher Carroll, he started the game really good. 5 disposals for him.
Muller and Nugent. I don't reckon Nugent's 1-1 yet. Miller kicks to centre half forward for the Dogs. Redcliffe got some work to do. Well done, Parnell. Soccer kick went through the middle of the centre square. Working hard now is Big Ben Kelly. He got little Jack O'Sullivan high. Umpire let proceedings play on. Up towards centre half forward. Miles, hands on the Sharon, breaks through a tackle and gets taken high. It's a free kick going against Brooks, so the coach of the Albury Tigers, Anthony Miles.
This way to Kelly. Not sure who was on Kelly. Had a paddock and then sends it in. Good entry. Right to the arc. Oh, Wilson came down heavily in front. Out the back to Neen. Matt Wilson goes again. And then just fumbling for the minute. Here's O'Hara. Braden tried to get it out the side. Ashton Brooks, the former Chilton Swan, gets it on to Jack O'Sullivan. That's the on-ball version. Out wide. Now Gill's got a bit of time here to move, so the kick should be good. Now he goes with a long one. Redcliffe at the back. Oh, he dropped that. Should have taken it really in the end. Game's very easy from up here though. And then Lucas Conlon got it out to Unthank. Inside ball here. And they're moving it well here. The Tigers out of defence and they get it to Gilmore.
Gilmore, beautiful looking kick. To about half forward, finds his way to McGrath. McGrath goes lateral. Jeff Garlett, 75 from home, kicks into the pocket. Muller was there, but Charlie Morrison chopped it out beautifully. He's going to send the ball back to where it came from. He handballs over the top. Gill steadies. Kicks okay. Andrews needs a good bounce. Gets it. Goes by hand over the top to Bradshaw. Sells a bit of candy. Takes a bounce. The ball didn't come back to him, but it's okay because he regathers to little Jack O'Sullivan. Kicks to centre half forward. Kick was poor. 45 from home. The Dogs have numbers. Brooks is there. Got taken high. Umpire let it go. Tried to find Wilding. Gainer on the last line of defence. Working well. Yallen was there. Trying to do something special here. The Dogs are not giving up. Spiteri tracking it towards the boundary line. Unthanks there. Now the ball is at a standstill. They'll have a restart deep in the pocket. So the Dogs are moving the ball forward quickly and fast, but without much polish.
It's a real scrappy affair at the moment, Gus.
Yeah, tough day for marks inside 50, Bobby. That is for sure. What do we got at the moment, Dan?
Yeah, well, the marks inside 50, there's only been one, Luke, here, and it's
Yeah.
Albury early days in the piece. So, yeah, it's going to be a very, very scrappy affair.
Yeah, blustery conditions here, John Flower Oval. So here we go. Boundary throw in the pocket, hospital end. Well done by Unthank. Just a big hook kick out of defence. The true centre half back. Ball at ground level. Page. Jorgensen had him wrapped up. Jack O'Sullivan bursts away. No, that one wide to the left, so through for one behind. So 12 plays 7 here. Tigers up on the steel line scoreboard. At the first term here, John Flower Oval on a Saturday afternoon, Dan.
Yeah, what a positive start by little Jack O'Sullivan. We just saw in the frame there, 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet already.
Conlon, not the best kick from him. Garlett's got some work to do at centre half back. Switches, kicks okay. The Albury Tigers have numbers out on the broadcast side wing if that's where Page wants to go. He does. Half volley to Anthony Miles. Has to work hard. Well done, Spiteri, to get taken high. I reckon he caught one high there, boys. It's going to be a free kick to Spiteri. Kick and a half from home. On the mark is Unthank. He's well guarded. Wants to find a run from Big Jack O'Sullivan. Kick was poor. Fletcher Carroll chops out in defence. Goes laterally. Now he finds Gaynor across half back.
Yeah, Jake Gaynor's got the ball. So it's in his possession. Usually great by foot. That's no exception. To Unthank. Squares one up into the middle. Carroll again. So good running. He wants to shoot it out wide. So here they come, the Tigers. Building up nicely. That one went to Parnell. And over the top to Jeff Garlett, so he gets a favourable bounce. Now he goes in forward here. Elm Street end. Oh, Matt Wilson, uncontested in the end. So that was pretty poor by the Tigers forward line there, Bobby.
Either side can't string together 4 or 5 possessions in a row. It's a really scrappy affair. I'm not sure if it's because of the week off, or I'm not sure what the reason is, but either side just can't seem to string any possessions together.
Yeah, I feel like both teams know how to play the ground just on token, but they keep turning it over going forward as well.
It's hard to watch at the moment.
Brody from fullback found Cassidy. Across right half back for the Bulldogs. They're trying to take the sting out of it. Cassidy kicked off one step. It was horrendous. On to Fletcher Carroll. Carroll kicks on goal, and he's got it. Very opportunistic from the Albury Tigers. They swooped on the poor Cassidy kick, and that helps them go to a 13-point lead on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a 13-point lead and a much needed little bit of polish there by Fletcher Carroll. What a great finish for him, but it is a super scrappy affair there, as we just saw a turnover as well. So it's just really, really scrappy at the moment, but Fletcher Carroll, he's been fantastic. 8 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet, and he's got a goal to his name. Jake Gaynor, Elliot Powell, Jake Page, all involved. Isaac Muller's been fantastic in the ruck, as what we expected. He's up to 6 disposals, and I reckon about 3 or 4 of them were clearances as well.
Yeah, as Dan Vaccaro just said, Fletcher Carroll setting his first term alight here at John Flower Oval. He has been sensational. Kelly now in the ruck for the Tigers. Powell, so workmanlike as he always is.
And you see Kyra Winter Irving there just giving young Nugent a chop out as well in the ruck.
Here we go again, stoppage. Bounces into Matt Wilson's hands. Quickly to centre half forward. Jackson Kelly waiting back there though for the Tigers. Comes wide. Guess who? This man again. Fletcher Carroll. How many now, Dan?
9 disposals.
So that's 9. O'Hara just couldn't quite get there. Fist came over the top. Ball's gone out of bounds here on the flank broadcast side at the Elm Street end, Bobby.
As Dan said after that last goal, the game is actually crying out for some class, and Fletcher Carroll is stepping up to the plate here big time. He's really clean with every time he gets the footy.
Bob Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel and O&M Live. Winter Irving into the ruck now. Trying to beat Albury at their own game. He got taken, gained about 10 metres and wrapped up in a tackle. Will ball the footy up. The Dogs trail 1-1-7. The Tigers 3 straight 18. Steel line scoreboard. 20 minutes gone for NZ in the first term. Winter Irving won the tap. Garlett toe poked it forward, gained some meterage. Little Jack O'Sullivan, another 40 wings disposal onto Bradshaw. This one here is Noah, and he kicks out now laterally. Got the kick away in the nick of time. Conlon O'Sullivan, Big Jack. Come to the party late, made a good contest. Well done, Brooks. Big Jack O'Sullivan burrows his way through. Jackson Kelly looms on the outside for the Albury Tigers. And the umpire blows his whistle. We'll have a restart. True centre wing, scoreboard side of Martin Park.
The Sullivan-Conlon matchups are going to be one that's going to decide how many goals Wodonga kicks today.
11-point margin. Tigers up here. Wilson goes in. Oh, Sullivan. This is going to bounce through for a goal, is it?
It is.
Yeah, that's a goal. That hasn't been touched. Well, there you go.
Matty Wilson.
Yeah, so Jacko Sullivan and Gilmore got in a wrestle down there, and it just sailed over their heads, and it's bounced through for a goal. So Matt Wilson has picked up an early double there.
Yeah, Matt Wilson, he's a fantastic footballer. He's one of the more underrated footballers in the league for mine, Luke. He's up to 7 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and he's kicked 2 goals. He's almost playing... from the first 15 minutes anyway, he almost looks like he's been playing off a half-back. He's been pushing to a wing, and he's obviously going forward, and he's class around the goal, around the 50 as well for Wodonga.
Isaac Muller's been stuck on the bench for about 5 minutes, boys, so the rotation through the ruck, I think Wodonga's had the dominance the last 2 or 3 minutes while he's been off.
And around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, it's Wangaratta Rovers 3-2, 20 plays North Albury 1-3-9.
Well done, Dan Vaccaro. Kelly in the ruck tried to find Gaynor. Miller, he chopped out for the Bulldogs and kicked inside 50. Wilding got a Falcon. He'll watch that one back on the tape. Centre half forward is the footy for the Bulldogs. Bradshaw, been Wodonga's best, handballed backwards. Nugent on to Miller. Miller goes out wide to Cassidy. Cassidy finds himself some space and the right boot to kick inside to Redcliffe. Well worked from the Bulldogs, and Ethan Redcliffe have a set shot, 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
There's that classy finish we were talking about earlier on, Dan. Cassidy, a great up-and-coming player, got the ball, plenty of composure, dodged 1 or 2, and hit Ethan Redcliffe running into space. He almost demanded Ethan to run into that space there towards the scoreboard side as he plays on.
Well, he goes for a banana, but it's straight over the goal umpire's hat, and the Dogs hit the front on the steel line scoreboard. You can hear the wind coming through our effects mic. He was kicking into the breeze, but it doesn't matter because the Dogs gain a 1-point lead thanks to steel line.
Yeah, great little purple patch here for Wodonga. They're playing really good football, and it's been run by the Bradshaws in the midfield for Wodonga. They're playing some really good football there. Really good football. 11 inside 50s for Wodonga now, and Jack O'Sullivan has been simulating in the midfield. He's up to 9 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, so 3 goals to either team, both the Doggies and the Tigers here. And the Bulldogs with 3 of the last 4 in the game. So there's Yelland, quick one out of the pack. Bouncing ball, heading inside 50 here. Hospital end again. There's Byrne in front of Redcliffe. Max wants to come back broadcast side. Well done in the end. Great just to get the ball forward and gain some territory for the yellow and black. The Bulldogs have picked it up though through Yellen. Squaring kick into Nugent. Handballs off. Jorgensen under pressure. Back to Nugent. They need a kick here. Jack O'Sullivan squeezes one out to Noah Bradshaw. Rush kick. Mail. Yeah, so a myriad of turnovers here, and now it's wrapped up with Mail at the bottom of the pack.
The ruckman just got in the way there. The ruckman just had too many touches there.
Just leave the footy alone.
1-point lead of the Dogs here on O&M Live. First quarter for A-grade oils and batteries. Muller, he won the tap. Miles, dispossessed. No holding the ball. He didn't have it for long enough. Carroll works his way around the back of the contest. Gets the ball back to John O'Mail. Chip kick, too much for Heiner Hennessy. And it spills across the chalk for a boundary throw in. Bob Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
Both sides are struggling to get a handle on the ball. It's as if it's been running for 3 or 4 days. So I'm just struggling to get my head around why there's so much fumbling going on and lack of hitting targets with the ball.
Boundary throw in right in front of our spot here. We've got a good view of this one. Muller went by Powell, off the ground by O'Hara. Here's Heiner Hennessy. Trying to get a grip on the footy, can't do so. Ball out of bounds. So 1-point lead here to the Bulldogs. 19 plays 18. We're working up towards a quarter-time break here. We're going about close to 25 on the NZ time clock. Dan?
Well, Matt Wilson, he's been injected into the midfield for Wodonga. He's up to 7 disposals.
Muller took it out of the ruck, got the handball. Jorgensen, bit of friendly fire. He ran into Yelland. Now little Jack O'Sullivan on the non-preferred. Wilding. Well done, Lucas Conlon. Regathered possession, did big Jack O'Sullivan inboard to Bradshaw. He's been everywhere, this fella. Gets a handball away, evaded a bit of traffic, but John O'Mail was there. Kicks inboard, trying to find King. Overran the football. Good pressure from both teams as it pinballs around and now falls the way of Unthank. Throws it on the left boot with a high up and under the centre half forward. Well done, O'Hara. Palmed it in towards space. Garlett on the U-turn. Now he finds the right. Top of the goal square from Jeffrey, Ben Kelly and Tiziani. Open goal goes bang. Great work from the Albury Tigers. They kept the ball moving forward at all costs. And Lockie Tiziani kicks his second of the term.
Yeah, really against the grain there, I feel like, in this last sort of 10-15 minutes, Bob. And it was a really good play there by Albury, and Tiziani got out the back, but that's their 7th inside 50. And Fletcher Carroll's been their best. He's up to 10 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Very fortunate.
He's kicked a goal.
He's a very fortunate play, but Tiziani seems to be...
Be too far away here to win the first term. He might have the bookends in the first term here. Tiziani kicked the first goal and could have the last one of the first term. Here's Yellen, though, coming out of the middle. And that ball was smothered. Page going towards it, so too is Will Bradshaw. Page gets it out for the Tigers. Back to Unthang. Lays it on the boot to the outer side. Power just out of his reach. Yellen again over the top to Cassidy. McGrath meets him. Ball out of bounds, Dan.
Yeah, look, really good play there by Wodonga. And the one thing they're doing really well is their clearance work is actually breaking even the last 10 minutes. And Jack Yellen working into his game really well. But you've got Jack O'Sullivan who's leading the way. 10 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
4 straight to 3-1. The Tigers lead the Dogs thanks to steer line. Miles taken across the paint by Adam Jorgensen for a boundary throw. And around the grounds, Mr. Stowe's Pool World.
Yes, North Albury 15 plays Wangaratta Rovers 28 on the Mr. Stowe's Pool Worlds around the ground. And Wangaratta 25 to Lavington 8 early days in the first quarter.
Muller in the ruck, got it towards Gaynor, evaded a tackle, found a bit of space, right foot kick up to half forward. This is good. Braden O'Hara is dangerous when he's 55 from goal, and that was okay, trying to find Big Ben Kelly. But well done by Connor Brodie to see it across the boundary line for a restart. They can't afford to concede another goal here, the Wodonga Bulldogs, Bobby.
That was clean footy coming out of the stoppage, and Braden O'Hara, right man, right spot. And I just think the big fella should have made a better effort than that.
Yeah, Bobby, 100% spot on. Gainer's work out of that ball up was sensational. Here he goes again. Oh, beautiful scoop. Handball out to Page, and then a left foot swinging ball down to the pocket. Players contest it. Ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket there in front of Charlie Morrison. So we will have a boundary throw in. You've just tuned in. We've got a 5-point margin here. The Tigers up. Right on siren time at John Flower Oval. Here comes the boundary umpire. In it goes again. Nugent with a swinging one over the top. Brodie got it off to Jack Cassidy. Wants to duck inside. This is dangerous. Miller. They're under pressure here. Oh, nice to Ashton. So they just get out of trouble to Ashton Brooks. Ball's gone out of bounds here, right of centre wing, and we'll have a boundary throwing.
Insufficient effort to keep it in, Gus.
We don't play that in the O&M normally, so we'll let that one slide. The kick looked intended to go to the Newmarket Hotel, I might add, but not long down the ground. Almost 29 minutes gone. It's been a long first term. Muller, beautiful ruck work to Powell. Powell evades a bit of pressure, gets the ball onto Walker. A kick and a half from home, and Walker, Matty, you're not going to watch that one back in the tape. It almost missed the boot out of bounds on the full, and the Bulldogs survive a scare at the 29th minute mark thanks to NZ. They kick long down the line. Nugent got a Falcon. Spiteri's got a bit of time, but no one to kick to. Tied up on the boundary, kicks in board nicely. Ashton Brooks, the former Chiltern Swan, marks across right half back. Clubroom side here. Martin Park in Wodonga. Brooks kicks down the line. Matt Wilson, good contest. Muller and Powell for the Albury Tigers link up, but Jorgensen happy to solve that puzzle as the siren sounds for quarter time here at the John Flower Oval in Wodonga. The Tigers lead 4 straight 24. The Dogs 3-1-19 on the A-grade oils and batteries scoreboard. A cracking first term, and all that separates these two sides is just 5 points with O&M Live and on O&M Live.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Dan Vaccaro, what's happening on the 40-wing statue as the Albury Tigers lead by 5?
Well, it's a pretty even affair if you look at the numbers, Gussie. 12 inside 50s for Wodonga, who I thought were really good that quarter. Getting it forward for them wasn't the issue, Lukey. It was the inside 50, quality of inside 50s. Aubrey Tigers up to 9. And for the quarter's best, who are we going
McRae
on?
Motors.
McRae Motors. Jack O'Sullivan for me for Wodonga. 10 disposals. He was a Rolls Royce in that midfield, along with Bradshaw as well. And I also love Matt Wilson's game. 7 disposals, 2 goals.
What about Fletcher Carroll, Dan?
Fletcher Carroll for Albury
Yep.
would be my Optus quarter's best. So he had 10 disposals and 1 goal as well. He was fantastic. And big Isaac Malloy's doing what we thought he'd do in the ruck as well. 7 disposals for him. And I reckon about 5 clearances, Lukey, if I was counting them as well. So really interesting affair. It's a little bit scrappy, but it's very close, Gus.
And it is very, very windy, Lukey. Do you think that's affecting the contest today?
I think it is, Gussie. Yeah, we're seeing some dirty ball going inside 50. So some of the defenders will like it. I reckon you're going to need some luck today. I reckon you need an odd bounce here and there just to sort of fall your way, because on a windy day like this, it's going to come over the backcourt a bit.
Bob Jackson's about to join us in the O&M Live call team box thanks to the Newmarket Hotel. He was down there at quarter time. We'll let him catch his breath back and whack the cans back on before we go to Bob Jackson. What do the coaches have to say at quarter time, Bobby?
There's enormous frustration within the Albury Tigers midfield group. A lot of experienced players had plenty of opinions in regards to the way they're going. On the flip side, Wodonga want to really exploit their spare man and spread the ball really quickly. So I copped a bit of spray coming back up here.
Who from?
Oh, I should be down there in the elements because it's just starting to drizzle rain with a bit of wind blowing towards the broadcast area.
Well, you're up here in the box now with Luke Francis for Jaco Albury Wodonga. Here's the second term.
Yeah, here we go, Gussie. So quarter number 2. Ball goes down to the flank here, Hospital End, and here's Jorgensen going back. Right foot, nice kick, finding Miller. So they're just forward of their half-back flank here. Miller in 2 minds at one stage, now down to the forward flank. Lucas Conlon got a fist to it, out of bounds in front of Winner Irving here, and we will have a boundary throw-in.
You just saw Fletcher Carroll early days already getting the first centre clearance for Albury. He's up to 11 disposals and a goal on the 40-wing stat sheet. Hot start for him.
So it's a boundary throw-in, about 60 metres from Wodonga goal. Muller and Nugent both overran the football. Falls the way of Jorgensen. Inside to O'Sullivan. Good hands. Brought it front and centre, but there was no crummers. Lucas Conlon got the football and just pumped it as far and long as he possibly can. Looks like Walker has worked his way up the ground here. Jorgensen wrapped up in a big crunching tackle. And umpire Ash Broughton says, boys, you'll have that one, and I'll throw the footy up true centre wing, grandstand side.
Yeah, Bobby, Matt Walker, he's been closer to us than what he's been closer to goal.
I think that's to give Tiziani and O'Hara a bit of space down forward.
Bobby, brought to you by the Newmarket. Noel Bradshaw, short ball to Jack O'Sullivan.
Tell you what, the Newmarket was good last night, Lukey. Jeez.
What did you go for, Gussie?
I went for one of everything. No, I actually had the ribs last night.
Never a bad night at the Newey.
Well, beef or pork?
Pork ribs, smoky hickory ribs. Unbelievable.
Cassidy, inside ball. O'Sullivan and Lucas Conlon. Oh, well done going back. Jackson Kelly. Carroll, another one. Just a long ball out of defence. Oh, good collision down there in contest between Deneen and also might have been Tiziani. Ball over the back now. Good mark from Miller. Inside 50 here for the Doggies. So they're very wide out here on the flank. Now he wants a squaring ball here. Wilson, yep, he worked his opponent under the ball. Umpires paid it, Bobby.
Worked, pushed, yeah.
I agree. I think it was a bit of a shove.
It's a straight arm push. But they look a lot cleaner early doors. O'Sullivan's getting plenty of ball. I'm intrigued by the Conlon and Big Jack battle at the moment. They're drawing square at the moment.
So they would take the lead if Matt Wilson were to put this through Elm Street, and yeah, he's got it. He's got it, Matt, and that's 3. So 3 goals on the board of Matt Wilson, and they lead by a point here, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, what a start from Matt Wilson. He's one of Wodonga's most important players, isn't he, Luke? He's just such a good utility. You can put him in the midfield, you can put him off half-back, and when you put him up forward, he's no slouch either. He's kicked 3 goals for this contest, and he's up to 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. So he has been a really fantastic pickup for them the last couple of seasons. Jack O'Sullivan, involved early. He's up to 12 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. And for Albury Tigers, Fletcher Carroll has literally got leather poisoning. He's up to 13 disposals. He's already gotten 3 touches this quarter as well. So super intriguing contest coming up.
3 goals to Matt Wilson, who's struggled to find the big sticks in the last few weeks. Muller in the ruck. Just got a bit of a toe poke forward to Cole behind a Hennessy. Edge of the cricket wicket. I reckon Bobby Jackson's hit a few big runs from right about where the ball is.
Yeah, just a couple.
Just a couple.
They're not getting the bang for buck with the big fella in the ruck at the moment.
No, they're certainly not. Nugent's just competing a bit better in the second term, I reckon. Bradshaw overran the football. Kelly, Jackson kicks to centre half forward. Big contest. Out the back was Andrews. He left it behind. Now Morrison. Kicking looks to be in towards the wind, has been chopped out now. Page. 75-80 from home. Kicks inside forward 50. Good looking ball. Miles. Read it best, but the ball didn't quite find its way to him. Now Wilson for the Dogs. Takes a bounce across half-back. Takes a second bounce. Waits for some players to come towards him. Had his pocket pick. Regathered. Gill over the top towards Cassidy. In front of the grandstand finds Big Jack O'Sullivan. He's 80 from home. Tied up on the boundary. Albury have a +1 in defence, so he's going to shimmy and hold.
Yeah, Jack O'Sullivan, here he goes, 65 out, the tall version, sends it into the pocket, Spiteri's there, let's have a look. Oh, well done, Tigers defence holding up through Max Bourne. Redcliffe got brought down, Gilmore tried to sneak a handle out, Spiteri over his shoulder, that one going to Lucas Conlon, just dropped it, then goes off the deck. Here's Miles coming at it, Andrews, Liam goes for home, that one's wide I feel, and it's gone through for one behind. So 26 plays 24 here. The Bulldogs up by 2 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock's gone 5, second term. Here's Bobby for the Newmarket.
Yeah, Albury just seem to need to get themselves out of the quarter time break. They just have been a bit lazy since then.
Walker at true centre wing. It was a great kick from Conlon at full back. He just tries to gain some yardage. Tiziani got held. Umpire let it go. O'Hara. Great handball to the coach in Miles. Inside 50 on a silver platter for Reece King. And that's beautiful football from the Albury Tigers. They opened up the fat side, Bobby, for the Newmarket Hotel, and now King will have a set shot, probably 35 metres on a slight angle.
Some of the classy players got involved there. Hara, the coach, Snipper Miles, you know, the players that need to touch the ball the most actually were involved in.
So King, left foot kick, Hospital lands, strikes it nicely, but it's to the right. The far side for a minor score. So the Albury Tigers, their first blemish on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, takes them to 4-1. But the Albury Tigers just trail by the 1 point. The Dogs holding a narrow lead here for CMV Truck and Bus. Luke Francis.
Here goes Jorgensen, straight up the ground. Beautiful kick. Sensational to Miller. And on to Yellen. He's getting his hands on the footy. Off to Jack O'Sullivan. Short version out wide to the taller version of O'Sullivan. Yes, so if you're listening to OMFNL Live this afternoon, would you believe there's 2 Jack O'Sullivans?
No relation.
For the Wodonga Bulldogs. Inside 50. Elm Street end. Gilmore for the Tigers. Finding Walker. And then gets it out. In fact, it was Page. Here's O'Sullivan coming back in. The tall man. Redcliffe at the back. A couple of bites at it. Nearly held Isaac Muller out, but Muller finds a chalk in the end, and that's gone through for one behind. So they're peppering here, the Bulldogs, but they've got to try and finish here, Bobby.
The two O'Sullivans have been instrumental at the moment. The coach Jack is just touching the ball at will, and the other Jack is just providing a brilliant forward target for the Dogs.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Big Jack. He's been absolutely everywhere. Plays footy 12 months of the year, of course, dominates up in the NT as well. The Albury Tigers have it across half-back. Elliot Powell from a standing start. Nice looking kick to Miles. They open up the ground by hand. Fletcher Carroll back to Miles. Got to be clean. Now he goes backwards to Powell. Normally a good decision maker on to Kelly. Kelly, this is Jackson out towards the clubroom side. Finds Unthank. Unthank's well held on the mark by Spiteri. Wants some Tigers to present at him, so his left foot kick goes long down the line, but it's poor.
He had a short
and it's
option.
a direct turnover. Liam Andrews chops out. Comes inboard. Yelland got some work to do. Then on to Andrews. Inboard finds Nugent.
He does to Ashton Brooks. And he lost the handle on it. He's gone now, Ashton. Brought to ground. Umpire said play on. Ball gone out of bounds. Thought the umpire could have pinged him there, Bobby.
Yeah, twice there. Ashton Brooks was caught, and I dare say the big fella was caught as well. So I think the big fella's getting too many touches in important passages of play.
Jack O'Sullivan on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's up to 13 disposals in this affair for Wodonga.
Boundary thrown in front of the bar here. Muller ends up with Mail. Mail short one to Miles. Just got away from Jet Cassidy. Evaded him. And coming through at this one, McGrath. He might have caught one around the neck. Umpire didn't call it there. And now he'll have it. And we'll have a ball up. So 27-25. Bulldogs up by 2 here on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're gone just over 8, second term. Miles on the boot to Mail. Quick one in. This will be marked by O'Hara. Dropped it. Tried to spit it out the back. No Tigers there in the end. Elliot Power came through. There's Gaynor. And finally, holding the ball.
No need.
Yes.
No need.
So Gaynor and Jorgensen going out of here, Bobby.
No need for that. He's got the free kick.
He certainly does. And they bring the ball to little Jack O'Sullivan. His 40 wings disposals, please.
That was 14, Gus.
On to Jack Yelland in his comeback game.
Been good.
Been very good. So's this guy, Jet Cassidy. Best game for the year for him. He kicks up the line. Lucas Conlon was in between 2 dogs and regathered the football. Now he gets it off a 1-2. Dangerous switch. Wilson looms a bit of space for the Dogs. Gathers the football. Winter Irving's there. He's dangerous. He handballs over the top. Redcliffe for the Dogs. Running into an open goal, he extends the margin to 8 points on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, and Ethan Redcliffe has kicked his second.
Yeah, and that small forward brigade for Wodonga is just shining there. The pressure around the ball was second to none, and then the finishing by Ethan Redcliffe was fantastic, and that man who... 4 disposals this quarter for Jack O'Sullivan. His total is 14 for the day. Tommy Miller's been good with 4 early touches, 8 for this contest in the first half. And Jorgensen off halfback's been really good. He's had 3 disposals early in this second quarter.
The pressure around the ball's just gone up another level, Divac.
Yeah, so the maroon and white have kicked 4 of the last 5 goals in this football game. So the Tigers have to respond here. They need to answer. Let's have a look. Back in the middle, Muller, Miss Gaynor, O'Sullivan, Ashton Brooks has got to go back and get it. And then missed his target, Mail. He's going well. And then on to McGrath, to Wilson, to Carroll. Now here's Mail again. Brought down this time. Gee, the pressure's gone up here. And then ball comes out the side of the contest. Ashton Brooks has a chance to pick it up and he's brought down. So very tight in the clinches there. At the cold face, it's a tough ball to be won, Bobby.
That's Jared Twitt DNA written all over this side at the moment. Just tackle, tackle, tackle.
Ball the footy up, just forward of true centre. High free kick. I reckon little Jack O'Sullivan just had a wayward arm there on his opposing co-coach and Anthony Miles. So he marks between the centre circle and the edge of the square. Kicks short to Fletcher Carroll. His numbers, 40 wings.
This is 16, Gus.
His 16th disposal at the 10th minute mark of the second term. He's got the 40 wings disposals all against his name today, Fletcher Carroll. He now kicks into the forward pocket. Well-weighted kick. And McGrath marks. That's really good vision and smart from Fletcher Carroll. He just waited for an option, Bob.
All but 2 sets of pairs were in front of Fletcher Carroll then. He just bided his time, waited for space, kicked the ball to space, and this is your answer. Class players with the ball in the right time, right place, and they usually 9 times out of 10 make the right decision.
So here's McGrath. Kicking to the hospital end. It sits up in the wind. And that's where it stays, across the face, left-hand side for a minor score. 26 plays 33 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. The Bulldogs lead the Albury Tigers. And for Cray Motors, here's Luke Francis on O&M Live.
Yeah, Jorgensen doing the kicking in again from the fullback position. To Andrews in the pocket, on to O'Sullivan, and he plays on. Now they want some speed on the ball here, the Doggies. Short one, beautiful to Winner Irving. Here they go. What has he got forward here?
That's 50.
Jeez. Should have given it 3 times there.
Mullet turned over. Here's Carroll whizzing around. I reckon that'd be 17, would it, Dan?
Yep.
Matt Wilson's taken the ball on the halfback flank for the Doggies. Lateral kick to Andrews. Okay, so this game's starting to open up now. This is what we want. Back to Jorgensen, broadcast side. Morrison's on, gets him with a short one. So what can they work forward from here? That's a beautiful kick to Jet Cassidy. Noel Bradshaw ignored him with the handball. So Jet's got it here in front of our broadcast spot. He's about to go down the line.
He certainly does. 3 on 1. The 1 prevails. But now the Tigers mop up. O'Brien kicks long down the line. Looking to be a little bit ginger off the play here is Jet Cassidy. We'll get you to watch that one, Bobby Jackson, for the Newmarket. Miller dispossessed McGrath. He's paid a free kick for a hold. It's going to go the way of Tom Miller. Newmarket Hotel, Bobby Jackson. Jet Cassidy limping off the ground. Looks to be holding his Achilles or his ankle or something.
Just a little bit of a corky, I believe. I'm just having a look now. Yeah, corky in the lower leg.
Watch that one. Jorgensen, kick and a half from home, lowers the eyes. Brooks. Really good mitts from the young fella. And he'll go back. In fact, yes, it is Brooks. He'll go back and have a set shot, maybe 40 metres out on a slide angle. Really impressed me with how strong his hands
yes,
are.
That was very impressive. One of the long sleeve brigade. That was very strong for a young fella. Very
17
strong.
years old. Don't see hands that strong, Gus.
No.
Maybe at the Newey.
Maybe at the Newey. So you normally see him out the back at
Fist
11:30. Here's Brooks. 45-degree angle. Looks good off the boot. Take a bow. Didn't have the legs. Didn't have the legs. Minor score. 34 plays 26 CMV truck and bus scoreboard. The Bulldogs lead the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, Lucas Conlon at fullback now. Elm Street end. And Deneen got hands to it. Goes again. Second attempt. Gill hooks it back. And well done. So in the end, it's ended up with Wilding and fortuitously in the end there, Bobby.
Yeah, Conlon just took a little bit of extra time getting out from his kick in to his man, and Oscar Wilding just Johnny on the spot. A little bit of a snapshot inside from Riley Gill from the boundary, and he just in the right place at the right time. Conlon just couldn't quite get there.
25 to 30 out, 45-degree angle. So this would get them out to a 14-point lead here. It'd be pretty handy for the Bulldogs. That one going across the face here. Is it still in play? Now across the line here. So 35 plays 26. We're going 14.5 on the NZ Albury time clock. Let's go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-week stats.
Yeah, great little period for Wodonga. I feel like they're doing this quarter in halves. They brought the pressure the first half, and now they're bringing the inside 50 and the polish. So fantastic start for Wodonga. 9 inside 50s to 5 in favour of Wodonga on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pool World, Wangaratta are dominating the Panthers. They've kicked 5 goals, 10-40 to 1-4-10. So they've had, an extra 10 looks on goal. So watch that one with a close eye. And on our sister station, 15-6-6-3-E, 37 plays 24, the Rovers over North. Now it's Carroll for the Albury Tigers, back live at Martin Park with another 40 wings disposal. Chopped out by his opposing number 8 in Wilson. Got the ball away in the nick of time. Bradshaw has some work to do. Handballs over the top to Brooks. He overran the football. Fletcher Carroll make that number 20 on the 40-wing stat sheet. Kick was turned over from Lucas Conlon. Little Jack O'Sullivan got a dump tackle and a high free kick.
Matt Wilson's everywhere at the moment, boys. He's playing half forward, rolling up towards a midfielder, and then he's playing a kick behind the play now. So he's everywhere, tackling, presenting the footy up to the forwards. He's playing some sort of game.
11 disposals and 3 goals for Matt Wilson, boys.
Little Jack O'Sullivan's going to have to kick this 55 to the Elm Street end. Are we backing him in?
Bit of a tail breeze, yep.
He plays on. He's unselfish, the coach. Into the pocket. Bit too much on it for Spiteri. In the last line of defence is King. Got some work to do. Kick was smothered off the boot. Winter, Irving and Powell coming through off the back of the contest was O'Brien. Got the ball onto McGrath. McGrath kicks laterally. The ball sits for John O'Mail.
Mail swings out of trouble. Well done. Got around Will Bradshaw. Short one to Garlett. Here come the Tigers. They're on the move down the outer side. Oh, then over the top of Walker. Into the pocket. Here's Big Ben Walker. And then got it off to Gaynor. Well done by Jake. Right foot banana. That one's going to cross the face and it's gone out of bounds on the full. So we've got a 9-point margin at the moment, Dan, by the way of the Bulldogs. We're going 16.5 on the NZ Albury time clock, second term.
Yeah, it was some effort by Jake Gaynor there in the pocket, but he's been quiet for his standards. Only the 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
35 plays 26. Wodonga maintain a lead here. Long down the line. Big contest forms in front of the coaches' boxes here at Martin Park. Bottom of the pack, a few players will get up and we'll have a restart. Dan Vaccaro, 40-wing stats.
Yeah, Jack O'Sullivan, guys. He's up to 17 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's dominating him for the other side. Fletcher Carroll's up to 19.
Kelly in the ruck, give it to Nugent on that occasion at ground level. Yallen got taken high by Carroll. Umpire said no, we'll ball the footy up.
I reckon O'Sullivan and Carroll shook hands at the start of the game and said, I'll see you later at the bar, boys, because they've been nowhere near each other. They've just helped themselves to football all day.
Yeah, very windy here at John Flower Oval. Not a great day for wig wearers at all. Kelly and Nugent.
Free kick off the footy here. Umpire Ash Broughton's found one. It's going to go the way of Gill for the Wodonga Bulldogs, and it looks like it's against Rory Parnell.
Good work, Gus McLeod. Here's Gill. And a high ball to the half-forward flank. Lucas Conlon sits under it. Nearly took it in the end, out the front of the contest. Mail to Carroll. Off to Gilmore, weaving through traffic. Short ball. Now good fist from Greenhill. Now here's Winner Irving. Can he pounce on it? Yes, he can. Goes for home over the top. And that is a goal. So the Doggies, they just break away a little here. And that was nice in the end, Bobby.
That was a fantastic spoil in the middle of the ground. I actually missed who that was, but that was...
Ollie Greenhill.
Of course, 1% king. He just got his hand in the right spot at the right time. That was a short kick out of D50 from the Albury Tigers. Gave Ollie Greenhill the perfect chance to get in there and spoil it. Turned into an offensive weapon and landed straight into the hands of the hyphen, and he turned around and made no mistake putting it through the middle.
The one thing I'm really impressed with Wodonga is the way they work hard in defence, and you just saw then as soon as it goes against them and Wodonga get a free kick, they work so hard pushing forward. Bobby mentioned earlier in the quarter, Twit's DNA on this team. That's certainly coming into foreshow now. 10 inside 50s for them, 4 marks inside 50 as well. So their quality of entries has been fantastic. Jack O'Sullivan is one of the best accumulators in the competition. He's up to 17 disposals. He has got his DNA all over the footy, along with Fletcher Carroll from Albury, mind you, 20 disposals as well. And Tom Miller's had a really good quarter. He's up to 5 disposals this quarter, 9 for the game. Jorgensen off half back has been instrumental. He's up to 11 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet, Lukey.
Game high leader, 15 points. The dog comes from 3 unanswered goals in the second term for J.K. Albury Wodonga. Powell got the ball out trying to find Page, got some work to do. His handball was okay. Back to Rory Parnell. Loopy handball over the top. Page tried to evade. Yell into the umpire says no prior opportunity, will ball it up.
Three possessions from the midfield. Both missed the target, 3 or 4 metre handballs, all missed the target. Frustration for Albury at the moment.
Here goes Gaynor. Jack O'Sullivan, short version. Cole behind Hennessy. Now you had him run down from behind. His winner Irving off to Jorgensen. Back inside off O'Sullivan's leg. Powell spins out of trouble. Nice. And then a high ball. Now who's under this one? Here's Miller coming at it. Jackson Kelly try to go with a fist over the top. Miles gets it out to Fletcher Carroll. Hooking ball around the corner. Oh, Morrison came charging out. Ends up with Andrews. Over the top now. Tiziani can pick it up for the Tigers. Has it. Dropped it. Play goes on. Kelly again. High ball. Now let's have a look down there. Walker went to ground. And then play goes on. Andrews here. So they're going to get out of trouble here, the Dogs. Or are they? Here's Morrison. And then finds its way to Brooks, who's got a long way back, and he goes up the line here. And Jack O'Sullivan, the tall version, takes the mark.
Geez, the player, Big Jack, comes inboard, finds Little Jack. So off the edge of the centre square, Little Jack O'Sullivan, the Bulldogs co-coach. Wilding looked to get legged. Redcliffe gathered the footy, 55 from home. Kicks to the top of the goal square, needs a bounce. Doesn't get it. Robbie Jackson would be happy with that one if it broke off the wicket like that, but it was across the face for a minor score.
Certainly was. I watched the centre bounce. O'Sullivan and Carroll actually shook hands and had a chat.
Did they really?
They had a chat.
They did what you said.
First beer.
See you at the bar.
Yep.
Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket with us on O&M Live, 1494 2AY. So the Bulldogs have kicked the last 5 of the last 6 goals in this footy game. So the Tigers dearly need to hit the scoreboard. So here we go. They've got the ball on the outer side through Big Ben Kelly. Goes down the line. A good mark from Deneen. Good hands, Dan. That was nice.
Gets it from his cousin.
Oh, okay. Mitch. Scrubby old kick, though. Kick wasn't
Gets
good at all.
Gets that from his cousin, too.
You're right about that, Gussie. You put your foot in that one, Dan, didn't you?
Yep.
These things happen. You just got to move on in life. Here's Yelland. Left foot. Jorgensen over his head. Well, Parnell couldn't take it. Wilson goes again. This will be another one. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, there's another one. He's kicked 4, Matt Wilson. He's playing a very good game of football, Dan Vaccaro.
He's probably been the most influential player on the ground, along with his little friend in that midfield there, little Jack O'Sullivan. He's up to 19 disposals as well. Wodonga are just playing brilliant football, and it stems from really good polished finishes like that. But well. So the defence is holding up for Wodonga, but also their attacking prowess has been fantastic this quarter.
Bob Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
Just the sloppiness of Albury be frustrating the hell out of the coaching staff at the moment.
22-point lead to the Bulldogs. The Tigers yet to score a major in the second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga. Off the back of the pack, Venturoni, handball trying to find little Jack O'Sullivan. Another 40 Winks disposal as he kicks in the Spiteri direction. Didn't get the bounce he desired. Burn to Gilmore, been quiet today.
Geez.
And a direct turnover to Gill. Gill inboard, Wilding. Had enough of it, mine. Umpire said play on. Jorgensen kick was smothered. The coach stepping up, Anthony Miles, to save his team a certain goal. And as Bobby Jackson has said all day, for the Newmarket Hotel, the Albury Tigers and their effectiveness by foot and by hand is what's killing him, Lukey.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gussie. They're getting no reward for effort at the moment, the Tigers. Gee, Riley Gill was a great moments ago back there. Now, Jack O'Sullivan goes for home, and that man, Lucas Conlon, on the last line of defence, as he is so often just waiting back there for the Sharon. And comes this way to Parnell with Gill manning the mark. So 48 plays 26 here, Bulldogs up. Second term, heads at Albury, time clock's gone.
They're out here.
23 and a half. Here's Garlett. Now, about a 25-metre kick. Gee, that was beautiful. To Reece King. Now, they got runners out wide, and as Bobby said, they are out. They're out here. Short ball, beautiful. Into Tiziani, Bobby.
Class players making the right decisions at the right time. Well, they went the length of the field, the ball touching the ground. Perfect.
And it just shows how frustrated the Albury Tigers must be, because that's what they're capable of doing. And when they dispose of the ball so poorly, when they show they can do it, it must be frustrating.
Best patch of the play of the day.
So Lockie Tiziani has 2 for the Tigers. This to make it 3. He's shooting to the hospital end here. He's 40 out. Well, he will be when he makes contact with the Sharon, just adjacent to the scoreboard. Gee, he needs this one for the yellow and black. For his footy club, can he put it through? That's a beautiful kick. That is an absolute beauty. So I'm going to put that down as a Sunjan goal of the day because they absolutely needed it, Bobby.
Well, that's the way the breeze is blowing at the moment. He would have aimed for the right-hand goalpost. They were drifted through the middle beautifully. He's a class player, good player. That's why they're getting him back from Sydney to play.
Murderford 8-6-54 to Corowa 4-1-25, Wangaratta 41 to Lavington 11, and North Albury 30 to Rovers 44.
Doing some great work is Dan Vaccaro around the grounds for Mr. Stove's Pool World. 48 plays 32. The Dogs over the Tigers here for Jaco Albury Wodonga. 25 minutes gone. Albury NZ time clock. Another restart. So Albury just working their way back into this game. A much-needed goal there. Anthony Miles, hands on the footy, gains 25 metres. King got a nice bounce, got the ball out wide to Page. Wanted to find his left. He opted to go back to King via hand. King on the left foot, inboard. Nice one to the coach in Miles. Miles kicks inside 50. That was a horrible kick off the boot. The wind did most of the work for him. Mongrel punt inside 50 and happy to take it across the paint.
Mongrel punt, that's been kind, Gussie.
I'm a Snip Miles fan, so I'll be kind.
Yes, so am I.
Tommy Miller takes it across for a boundary throw. And they'd love another goal here, the Albury Tigers. Almost 26 minutes gone for NZ Albury. Well, they're not going to get one, Luke, are they? Because there's no time left.
They're not, Gussie. That's it, mate. It's
quarter
all
time.
over. Yeah,
Quarter time. Half time. Sees the Wodonga Bulldogs 7-6-48. The Albury Tigers 5-2-32. Been a really good half of footy. The game's just starting to open up. I reckon the second half's going to be much better than the first. The second term for Jaco Albury Wodonga comes to a close. You're with O&M Live and on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
Cavalier Homes. Every day lives here. Looking for your dream home? CavalierHomes.com.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Yeah, and I think the first half in particular, Bob, I think both teams were a little bit sloppy, and then Wodonga just came out in that second half. Thought they almost did the second quarter in two halves. I thought the pressure in that first 15 minutes, they figured that out, and they were absolutely dominating. And then the second half, they just added polish around the ball. Going inside 50 was unbelievable as well.
Well, Matt Wilson, perfect example. Hasn't touched the ball that many times, but every time he's touched, he's had a cool head, he's had a calm head, and his efficiency rate to be 100%. There in turn, he's kicked 4 goals on the board. Every time he's got the ball inside 50, he's been dangerous and he's made them pay. So the evidence is there. Take your time, be careful with the footy when you get it in your hands and make a clear decision.
Yeah, 100% agree. And then as we are talking about goal kickers, Bobby, have you got the goal kickers in front of you, my man?
Yeah, I have. I've got, for Wodonga, I've got Matt Wilson with 4. I've got Ethan Redcliffe with 2 and the hyphen, Kyle Winter-Irving with 1. For Albury, I have Lockie Tiziani with 3. I have Cole Heiner Hennessy with 1 and also Fletcher Carroll with 1. So there's your goal scorers for the first half, Mr. Vaccaro. So that's, that quarter there, Wodonga were 4-5, so they could have actually done some real damage in regards to the scoreboard. But I feel as though, and we mentioned it through the call there, the Albury midfielders aren't getting enough bang for the buck out of the dominance that Isaac Muller's having with the tap outs. There's a couple of times there where he got the ball into the right hands at the right time, and they got clean ball out of the stoppage and got some really good entries. So they need to tidy themselves up around the stoppages a little bit, get themselves a bit more spatial aware, have their midfielders in the right spots. So it takes away the pressure opportunities for Wodonga around the stoppages.
Yeah, great call. And if you're down in the rooms, if you're good mate Twitty, what are you saying to Wodonga in this second half? What do they got to keep doing? Do they have to change anything?
No, I don't think so. He'd be really excited about the pressure. He'd be really emphasising that that's working for us, and he'd be wanting more of that.
Yep.
Like he thrives on the contest. He thrives on the tackling side of things. He thrives on getting the ball back from the opposition. He did mention at quarter time that let's really utilise that spare man behind the ball and spread the ball and catch them on the flip side, which he used quite a lot when we coach together. You get the ball on the flip side, get it down the fat side, or the narrow fat side, if we can call that, and get the ball into our key forwards and give them every opportunity to score. Ethan Redcliffe only needs half a chance and half a space to kick some goals. So get some clean ball, early ball in for those fellas to do some work.
Yep. Now in Albury, what do you want to see in the second half? Do you want to see maybe any personnel changes that you want to see, or is it just getting that down to hard work and getting it inside their forward 50?
I'd be looking for calm. The way Sean Daly played, he had a calm head. He was always relaxed, never seemed too flustered. You know, over his career, he always seemed to assess the situation beautifully and work his way through it. So I dare say he'd be going to the midfield group. So just relax a little bit. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Use the right option. Get the footy in your hands and then go from there. You can't do anything with the ball bobbling along the ground and flipping out the back and making it a 50-50 and giving Wodonga a chance to get the footy. They need to take their time, get the footy, get it in their hands, then make the right decision. At the moment, they're fluffing around and making too many mistakes getting the ball in their hands and therefore putting each other under pressure and making too many mistakes going forward. So I'd be just asking for some calm. They're only 16 points down. Yep. On a ground like this, that doesn't take too long to pick up, so they just need to tinker with a few different things. I'd like to see a little bit more organisation around the stoppages. I'd like to see Isaac push forward and stretch Wodonga a little bit more on that attacking side. But when they get the ball out in the open and get the ball in the right hands, Fletcher Carroll had some really important touches, like Garlett on that wing had some really important touches. They got the ball to Tiziani nice and early, and he, even young King took some nice marks in the forward 50. So they're giving their forwards opportunities when they've got clean ball. I'd like to see more running out of O'Brien and McGrath off the half-back line. Yep. And even young Unthank to give themselves a bit more springboard, but they've got to find the space to get that run as well. So Wodonga are doing a great job shutting that down. I'd love to see more out of Page and Walker. You know, Walker's getting a lot of one touch, but he's not taking the marks that we're expecting him to take. And Page just needs to get a little bit more ball and use his aerobic capacities and run a little bit harder off that far wing. I love the contest between Conlon and Jack O'Sullivan. That's fascinating. That's two big fellas just going at it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's as good as it gets. I completely agree, Bobby. And that will be it for the Elders Rural Halftime Show. Before we go to a break, we will go to Tammy for the Ray White Rural Netball up.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
There we go. How long, mate?
45.
Cool. Just give me a program at 15, please, mate.
Sure.
You got sausage rolled all through your teeth there, mate. What are you talking about?
48 plays 32, the Dogs over the Albury Tigers. We'll go around the grounds in the Who Cares Cup at Launceston.
Who cares?
Hawthorn lead by 11 points. 15 minutes left in the third quarter, Gus.
Stop the press.
There we go.
Duke Nukem, leather poisoning.
Yeah.
You can hear the wind coming through our special effects microphone, Bobby. Without being a weather guru, I'm just going to have a stab in the dark and say it's probably coming from the club rooms at the Les Cheesley directly across to the canteen here at Martin Park. So I don't know what direction that is. Is it a southwesterly?
That's from the east, southeast.
It's a southeasterly.
Southeast. Oh, I wouldn't have a clue.
But it's coming from the east.
Southeasterly.
From the sky, I think. From the sky.
I love the responsibility we put on Bobby Jackson because he played some cricket across the side. He's now all of a sudden the groundskeeper at Martin Park. He's the weatherman at Martin Park.
Tim Bailey. Thanks, Tim Bailey.
All I did was hit cricket balls and kick footballs, mate. I didn't do it.
That's fine. You've done a lot more on this ground than what we have. You know, I've played 2 games of cricket on this ground.
Nice.
Ask me how I went.
How'd you go, buddy?
2 blobs.
Did you?
Okay.
2 ducks. Mind you, to be fair, one of them was last ball of 2020.
Very unsurprising.
I was going to say you couldn't do any worse, but you can't do any worse.
No, you can't. Diamond duck, you can do worse. Diamond duck, and I've made a few of them. Boys, how do you think this game's going to play out in the second half? I thought it opened up a bit more in the second term. It was a very congested first half of footy. The Albury Tigers, we know they're going to have to change their style of play. They're going to have to hit a lot more targets. They're going to have to be a lot more cleaner. But I think the game will open up a bit more. I think players will settle in with a bit of fatigue, and it might make the game a little bit more attractive to watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a question on what Albury are going to change in this second half. I think Wodonga don't need to really change much. They've brought pressure, they've brought polish in that second quarter in particular. I think they're playing a really good brand of football. They've got to be obviously cautious. Albury are going to come at one point. A good team always does. So it's just going to be interesting to see. I'd like to see them match the pressure of Wodonga. Wodonga are ahead of them in that area. And going inside 50, they haven't had a whole lot less entries than Wodonga, only 5 less entries. So they've just got to be a little bit cleaner than Wodonga going forward.
You've obviously ridden. You've read my notes again there, Divac. I said the same thing. Utilise Isaac Muller's dominance around the stoppages.
Yeah.
The first two, three disposals outside of a clearance need to be spot on to make that work. And they tidy up that, then they're back in the game and get the ball in the right plays at the right time, and they're back in this game well and truly.
They're only just coming onto the ground now, the Dogs. They were in the rooms for 16 minutes. Very long time to be in the sheds there, gentlemen.
I reckon Brett Doswell might have had the floor there, and he would have passed on some wisdom of some sort.
How good is the Wodonga Bulldogs coaching panel? They've got guys like Brad Thompson helping out. They've got Jared Twitt as the co-coach of the football club. You've got Darren Mayfie taking notes. And then you've also got Big Buff Sider, Matt Sider, the Morris medalist, the big ruckman. You've also got Brett Doswell as well. There's some serious football knowledge that bleed maroon and white.
Not to forget Dean Harding and also Liam Collins. They're both past Wodonga players, and Dean Harding's been around the football scene for a long time, and he knows his football as well. So there's Twitty's almost got the band back together, I suppose you could almost say. You got Keith Ainsworth doing the running, and also you got young Sam Wortman as well. So they're Wodonga names through and through. And
DJ's in there as well. Damien Jones.
Damien Jones. He's. I spoke to Twitty before the game, and he said that he's very impressed with the way Jonesy goes about his coaching, and has a real future in the coaching caper. So he's got a great crew around him, and you can see the results out there at the moment. That's the DNA we said of Twitty, but all those guys who just mentioned, they love blokes that work hard, do the 1% things right, look after each other, and sharing the spoils, and you can see that coming through right now.
I bumped into Michael Driscoll at half-time, Wodonga ruckman / key pillar. He's got a broken sternum at the moment. I thought it was a pec early days, but it's a broken sternum. He's told me he'll return by round 11.
That's not a bad result.
It's a much better result. He said a broken bone will heal better than soft tissue.
Yeah, for sure.
So he'll be back in the side by round 11, he said. So that's
Great
a really
inclusion.
big boost for the Bulldogs. We're about to get back underway, boys, in the second half. Who are we leaning towards? I'm going to stick with the Dogs. I tipped them at the start of that. I think they'll carry it through.
No reason not to stick with the
exactly.
Dogs. They're playing good football. Albury are going to have their opportunities, and it's definitely still a flip of the coin in my opinion, because they'll improve. But Wodonga.
Divac's nailed it again. The Albury side's got more upside in regards to the way they're performing today, but if Wodonga keep going the way they're going to be hard to pick back.
Here we go. Third quarter action thanks to Indigo Power. The Bulldogs lead 7-6-48. The Tigers 5-2-32. Dan Vaccaro's on the 40-wing stats. Bobby Jackson, our special comments for the Newmarket Hotel. And myself, Gus McLeod, with Luke Francis for McRae Motors.
Yeah, 16 points in it. Miles and Noel Bradshaw at each other in the middle. Here we go. This is going to be great to watch this second half. And there goes Unthank with a left foot clearer off the half-back line for the Tigers. Coming after it, Venturoni. Colby Heine Hennessy. Here's King. And ducks around. Got the handball out the back. Missed Fletcher Carroll. Jorgensen up to Yelland. Yelland out the side here to Andrews. He comes this way to Gill. So they're on the true half-back flank here, the Doggies. Elm Street end. Short ball out to Wilson. True centre wing. Here goes Matt. Played a great first half. Swings around. Puts it on that right boot. So here they get an entry. Jack O'Sullivan. Good mark on the arc of the 50. What are your thoughts, Bobby? Can he make the distance?
He's kicking into the breeze there a little bit, Lukey, so it's going to take his very best, but big, strong boy. I can see him getting close to the journey.
Bobby for the Newmarket. Now, Dan, what do you think? Do you agree with Bobby?
He's a raking kick. He's a beautiful kick. He's in with half a chance here, Lukey.
He's a solid boy. He spent a lot of time in the strong room or the House of Pain. Here he goes. And that one looks to be lobbing to the goal square. No, it's gone through. That's a perfect kick. Beautiful from Jack O'Sullivan, the tall version. And he puts one through for the Doggies. They're off to a great start in the second half, Dan.
They absolutely are, and he's an out-and-out gun, Big Jack O'Sullivan. He's a superstar of the competition. If he can stay on the field for long, he could be one of the most valuable players in the game.
Points to the Dogs. They've started the third term in style. As Gaynor kicks the centre half forward. Andrews got pushed under the footy. Reece King wrapped up in an Andrews tackle. Umpire Jason Rain says we'll throw the footy back up. So 2 minutes gone for NZ here in the third term, I should say. Working hard, both players and both clubs. Anthony Miles at the bottom of the pack. Where else would you find him? Bob Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel. Albury need to make the most of their inside 50s.
They do. There's no real changes in structures for both sides.
Powell's kick got smothered coming out of the stoppage. King loops one over the top. There's Will Bradshaw. He's got brought down. Carroll plays on. I reckon that's a goal. Oh, did that hit the post? Yeah. That was a quick one. So he's jagged the post down there. So just 1 point to the Tigers. Gee. They need a major here, Dan. They need a major.
Yeah, they really do. And if Fletcher Carroll can't finish it, it's hard to find someone, but he's been fantastic. 23 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet this game for Fletcher Carroll.
So Andrews now with the ball for the Doggies. Full-back, short to Matt Wilson. Second bite, takes it in the pocket. 54 plays 33 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock's gone 3 minutes. Now, Matt Wilson hasn't got much on, so we're going to see now he takes the man on the mark on in King. Then try to get Cassidy. Nah, not good enough in the end. Got Garlett, squaring ball into Walker. Thought that could have nearly been paid. Here goes Walker again. Over the top to Kelly. Kelly right foot. That one's gone wide, very wide. Bouncing to Morrison. And here come the Dogs out of defence.
That they do. Long raking kick. Just hovers up in the wing there. It looks like the wind is starting to play a much bigger part in this game. Out the back's little Jack O'Sullivan, the coach. Short one to big Jack O'Sullivan. So they're playing methodically here, the Dogs, as they work into attack. Yelland on the edge of the centre circle. Wants to open up the fat side, the clubroom side to Gill. Good looking kick as it sits for him now. Unthanked, holds him well on the mark. Congested forward liner waits, so he goes short to Yelland on the left. Yelland, top of the goal square, through the big sticks. Welcome back, Jack Yelland. He kicks a Sunjan goal today, and the margin is out to a game high, 28 points.
They were
for
everywhere.
Inspirations Paint.
Yeah,
they were everywhere.
Bobby Jackson nailed it. They were absolutely everywhere in numbers there. And what and they are dominating at the moment. 3 early inside 50s for Wodonga, and big Matt Wilson as well. He's been good. He's up to 14 disposals and 4 goals, and what a finish by Jack Yelland.
They were lining up everywhere there. Aubrey just didn't work back hard enough, and the Wodonga boys just pushed forward in numbers. They were everywhere.
Yeah, the two Jacks at the start of a third term, Jack Yelland and Jack O'Sullivan, scoring majors for the maroon and white. And they're looking good at this stage. Here's Noah Bradshaw over his head to Greenhill. Out the back to Miller. On the boot. Look at that. Torpy sends it inside 50. Hospital end. Byrne got a fist to it. Spiteri tried to get away from the O'Brien tackle. Came out the back. Here's Jackson. Kelly. And then tried to get a McGrath. Ended up with Andrews. Plays on. Good kick to Wilson. So they are well on top and in full control of this footy game at the moment, Bobby.
This is going to blow up here in a sec, boys, if Aubrey don't. Oh, that's 50. It has to be 50.
Yeah, it's against Cole behind a Hennessy. He went through the mark.
I think the umpire might have missed it.
Oh, do you think?
He was looking right at him.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, we'll see. Did he actually go through it, or did he come around?
No, he went through him. And the man on the mark is also about 10 metres ahead of where he should be, Luke.
I reckon he might have been setting the mark with Jackson Kelly. In the meantime, Kelly... Well, Wilson's gone for home and he's missed it to the left-hand side. Geez, playing a game, Matt Wilson.
What the hell was going on there?
Game. 4 goals, 1 for Matt Wilson.
Yes.
And that wind is certainly favouring the hospital end now, gents, isn't it?
Certainly is.
61 plays 33. The Dogs over the Albury Tigers. Morrison, good mark. Read it beautifully. Did the captain. Kicks inside 50. Too much for Big Jack. One hand Cassidy. Regathered. Wrapped up in a big tackle. Snap on goal. Spiteri.
Throw.
It's a throw. Ball's coming back. Umpire Jason Rain spotted it. Throw against Cassidy. Free kick to the Tigers.
They've got to be careful here, Aubrey. Wodonga are pushing. They're pushing really, really hard here. They need to stem the flow, control the footy, play a little bit of tempo footy for the next 2 or 3 minutes to get back into this game.
Yeah, that's it. The Doggies with a great chance here of closing this game out and really stamping the papers. So the Tigers in a tricky spot at present. Here's Lucas Conlon, deep back pocket, broadcast side. Hospital end, try to get Cole behind a Hennessy. And now the Doggies are coming back in again through Morrison. High ball, lobs it up. Who's going up? O'Sullivan.
Guess who?
Took the mark. Jackie Boy takes it, Bobby.
What a great grab. Elite body paint mark of the day, boys. very good mark there. The ball held up a little bit in the breeze, and he read it better than Conlon. Great duel today. And I think Jack O'Sullivan's just starting to get the upper hand this quarter with plenty of entries going in inside 50.
This would give the Doggies their 10th. How are those marks inside 50 now, Dan, thanks to 40 Winks?
Yeah, they're up to 8 marks inside 50, and Albury Tigers have only had the 4.
Yeah, it tells the story of the game at the moment. Here goes Jack. That one's swinging back. And
too much.
Well, that just shows you how strong the breeze is.
That started on the right-hand goal.
I wrote it down.
Yep, that is... You'd swear there was an industrial fan behind that ball. So there you go. It's come to this side and it's one behind.
That swung like a Glenn McGrath outswinger. Absolutely hooped off the boot. Big mark from Kelly. This is Big Ben. Being quiet, working his way into the game. 62 plays 33. The Bulldogs over the Tigers. Ben Kelly kicks to no one. The Dogs can raffle it. They've got numbers behind the footy. Turned over. Well done, O'Hara. Tried to find his mate in Gaynor, who handballed over the top. Wilson heard footsteps. Left it behind for Deneen. Throws it on the boot. High up and under. Conlon got some work to do. Big Jack O'Sullivan. Clever handball to Brooks. Evades some pressure, but a big run-down tackle from Unthank. Umpire put the whistle away towards Carroll. And Carroll kicks the ball laterally. He finds Page.
Here goes Page. Handballs off to Gilmore. And wants to retreat back. Now he goes out wide. Good play in the end. So Tigers have it. Kelly out wide here to McGrath. 62 plays 33. We're at John Flower Oval on this Saturday afternoon for O&M Live. 14.94 2AY. Free kick on the outer side. So this one will go to the Tigers. Well, they need something out of this play, Bobby.
I'm really concerned. There's not a lot of movement from behind the football in regards to the Albury Tigers going forward.
Here goes Powell now with a long ball in. Wilson at the front. Isaac Muller's second bite. And, yeah, that's the right call, I feel. So Wilson.
Doing it all, Matt Wilson.
Short ball. How many, Dan?
He's up to 16 and 4 goals.
For 40 Winks. Spiteri on the half-forward flank. Lucas Conlon, well done. Just disrupted the mark there. O'Brien comes his way. Now, O'Hara's got some room to move.
Again, numbers at the ball. Turnover, there was 4 versus 3 there, purely out of hard work by the Wodonga players.
They're outworking them at the moment, Wodonga. Aubrey just don't look like they want to run at the moment, if I'm being brutally honest. But a fantastic display. Jack O'Sullivan, 23 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Muller took it out of the ruck, got the ball to Jackson Kelly. Torpedo punt. Tiziani marks 60 from home. Plays on. Tiziani winds up. The Tigers need this, and Tiziani kicks a Sunjan goal at A against the run of play. How desperately they needed that one. 39 plays 62. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Tiziani kicks his third.
Yeah, good finish there, and he's keeping him in it, Tiziani. That's enough. Potency going forward, he's fantastic and it's of the highest order. Charlie Morrison has been an intercept king this quarter. He's had 4 disposals already. He's taken 3 marks, so a great quarter still for Wodonga Bulldogs, but one against the Tide from Albury.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of time left in this footy game. I mean, we're only in the 3rd term. We've only gone 11 minutes thanks to Ansett. So the Tigers are good enough. It's here on a platter for them. Wodonga have played so well, though, up until this point. Here's Muller flicking it out the back. Here's Gaynor. Goes with a short one to Elliot Powell. And then sends it in with the long one again. Let's see who's on the end of this. Deneen went up in front. Ball came to the front of the contest. Venturoni went to ground. Morrison comes streaming out to Ashton Brooks. He's playing well for the Bulldogs. A top spinner out of the fence now. Here's Jack O'Sullivan.
Outnumbered.
Tall version. On to Bradshaw. Noah goes in now. Here's Redcliffe at the front. 2 bites, dropped it. Ball out the back and has gone through for 1 behind. So 63 now. The Bulldogs up, lead the Tigers 39 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the 3rd term and it's brought to you by Indigo Power.
Go around the ground shortly. Thanks to our friends at Mr. Stove's Pool World. Keen to see what's happening in the other games. Dan Vaccaro will take us there shortly. As the Tigers kick out from fullback. Nice looking ball. Finds its way to the half back line. Jackson Kelly, hands on the footy. We'll go around the grounds, Mr. Stove's Pool World.
Yeah, we will. Gus Yarrawonga, 86 to Wodonga Raiders, 27. Murderford Saints, 80 to Cora Rutherglen, 25. As you want to take it over, Gus, as they go forward.
Yeah, it was a nice kick from Powell for the Albury Tigers. Garlett, hands and knees, shoveled it out wide. Deneen taken without the footy. Umpire said it was a hold, played advantage towards Jorgensen. Jorgensen, his right foot kick, tight on the boundary, finds its way to Brooks. True centre wing, scoreboard side of the Martin Park. Kicks to centre, half forward, good contest. Big Jack O'Sullivan brought it front and centre. Off the back was O'Brien. His kick was poor, kicking into the wind. And Jorgensen, he marks and comes inboard. His kick was poor. Miller, opportunistic, kicks with a torpedo inside 50. Pretty poor kick and scrappy skills by foot. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in, 13 gone for NZ.
Yeah, and we'll go around the grounds again for Mr. Stokes Pearl. We'll continue on. Wangaratta 66 to Lavington Panthers 11. And North Albury 38 plays Rovers 56.
4-goal margin here exactly. Maroon and white in front on their home turf. Muller out of the ruck contest. There's Carroll over the top to Parnell. Short hand pass to Page. Left foot down the line. Oh, Kelly dropped it. That was Ben. And now Miller, nice scoop up, got taken around the shoulder. So the Bulldogs will win the free kick here. So Miller, about 75 out, wants to play on quickly. And then got it to Ashton Brooks. Here's Wilson, who's playing a terrific game of footy, as he got that he has.
Oh, no.
So there is an elite body play of the day, a Sunjan goal that I call it what you want. That was an absolute gem from Matt Wilson, and that is 5.
He's an absolute star, this bloke, Matt Wilson. He has been unbelievable today. He's up to 17 disposals on the 40. We mentioned Jorgensen, he's been good as well. 18 disposals off the halfback from him. Tom Miller earning the free kick. He's up to 13 disposals as well. And Charlie Morrison, the intercept king, he's up to 16 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Off the back of a drop chest mark centre wing from Albury that quickly turned over and resulted in a goal.
I put his rise in form down to his confidence in golf. Matt Wilson. Do you know why he's confident about his golf game?
He's a very good golfer.
Because I'm his Ambrose partner.
Oh, wow.
You're there for the handicap, I assume.
Oh, I'm assuming I will. And have. Muller out of the ruck, just slapped it forward as good as a kick. Jorgensen wrapped up in a tackle, fed it back to Venturoni. Now Bradshaw, been really good for the Dogs. The kick came out wide. It was Noah Bradshaw trying to find brother. Kick was okay. John O'Male, I've liked this youngster's game. He's been good. The boy from Mangapla on the non-preferred inboard towards Elliot Powell. The boy from Denerang. Powell, his kick was poor. Almost missed the boot, and Liam Andrews took a lovely intercept mark across half-back for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Going to take a bit of sting out of the game and maybe kick long as far as he can.
Yeah, good footy. Frustrating for the Tigers. Just wanting to slow it up. Out the back here, O'Brien had a swipe at it. Now Wilding out the back. Gill might run onto this. Instead it was Parnell for the Tigers. O'Brien goes. He's happy to go to the deck here and just have the ball wrapped up. 69 plays 39 here. 30-point lead, eh? 5 goals. Muller, Miles, and then Yelland. She's played a good game. Back into the team this week. And then Parnell again taking the mark for the Tigers out the back of the contest. So they're inside their D50
No one's
here.
moving here.
To
All
Page.
stagnant.
Doggy stacking them up, Bobby.
Yep. There's no movement at all.
Here goes Page, left foot, so that's a dump kick to true centre wing. Kelly, big fist over the top, and that one has gone out of bounds down to Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, Bobby absolutely nailed it. It's too easy for Wodonga to defend. If they're not moving in a dump kick, that's what your defenders like Mitchie Deneen, Charlie Morrison, they're going to be licking their lips over. So Albury really need to change the narrative of this game.
They're kicking against the wind, the Albury Tigers, and yet they're choosing to kick into it every time. They've got to use their strength and run and carry the Sharon. 10-9-69, the Bulldogs lead the Albury Tigers 6-3-39. Indigo Power scoreboard. Muller out of the ruck, being dominant all day, finds the ball in a direction of Gaynor. Gaynor, run down tackle from O'Sullivan. Umpire should have paid holding the ball. He ignored it. Elliot Powell kicks laterally. John O'Male, 55 from home, the non-preferred, kicks inside 50. Good footy. McGrath marks for the Albury Tigers. Now, Bob Jackson, you've seen a lot of football. Tell me how that is not holding the football.
Very fortunate, young Gaines, Jackie Gaynor. He was very, very fortunate there, but he must have got a handball that we did not see. That's all I can put it down to.
I think a few of the Albury Tigers supporters couldn't see it in front of us as well.
Oh, my Lord.
Here comes McGrath. Right foot kick. They need this, the Tigers, and they get it. The margin's back to 24 points. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. It's a beautiful finish, I should say, off the boot of Charlie McGrath.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And probably a little bit fortunate there for Albury, but they need to take all the luck they can get at the moment. One against the Tide, big time. But struggling a little bit, Albury. 5 inside 50s only for this quarter, and they've only had the 1 mark inside 50, which was that one there. Fletcher Carroll, he's been quieter than the other quarters. He's only had 3 disposals. Jake Page has only touched it once, and Isaac Muller has had 2 disposals this quarter, which takes his total to 11. So got a lot more work to do, Albury.
As silly as it sounds, one more goal here, and they're not too far out of it.
Yeah, so back to 4 goals. 24 points the margin. Doggies up. And Miles got brought down in the middle by Noah Bradshaw. Gee, that's been a good tussle to watch. They have just been at each other this quarter. Here we go. Winner Irving, Muller over the top, big fist away. And there's going to be another stoppage here. Hang on. Gone.
No. Oh, no.
So Elliot Power's been pinged, Bobby.
No.
At the bottom of the pack.
That might be the square of the ledger, I reckon. Just
wow.
There's no prior opportunity.
Here goes Jack Yellen. Again,
very good.
He has one of his best games in this Bulldogs Guernsey. On to Jorgensen. Here they come, the Doggies, to the hospital end. Let's have a look. Spiteri got a fist to it. And then Will Bradshaw. And that ball is tied up inside D50 here. And Ashton Brooks has it, Gussie.
He certainly does. 19 minutes gone almost for NZ Albury. Muller, being dominant in the ruck, took that and found boot to ball. Long clearing kick in front of the interchange boxes here. Deneen and O'Hara. They take it across the paint for a boundary throw-in.
He's good, O'Hara, but he had 2 or 3 to beat there. He's not that good. He needs more help. He needs more help than that.
Special comments from Bobby Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
That's not special.
Well, they are comments nonetheless. Boundary throw-in comes back into play. Muller, been Albury's best today. He's dominating the hit-out count. Mail, Kelly, flinged into the middle, a bit of space. Miles running with his head over the footy. Had no prior opportunity. Umpire Ash Broughton says we'll ball the footy up.
They're just hunting in packs, Wodonga, all of them. Every single contest, there's about 3 or 4 of them, and Albury only 1.
Third term brought to you by Indigo Power. Muller straight out of the ruck to Gaynor. O'Hara right into Miller. And O'Hara and Miller. So which way is this one going? It's going to Miller. Yep. High fend, Bobby.
Yeah, high fend, incorrect disposal, you name it.
Noel Bradshaw. And Ben Chironi has it for the Doggies across half back. Back to Noah. Swings around onto the right foot. To Jorgensen. Good hands. Good clutch of the footy onto Miller. Here they come again, the maroon and white. Oh, that wasn't the best kick from Miller off the side. Lucas Conlon. Oh, Spiteri. Nearly tried to reel one in. And then comes out the front of the contest. Guess who? Matt Wilson. That went to Jet Cassidy. Little scrappy here on the outer side. Elliot Power coming off here too, Bobby, as the Jet Cassidy goes in for the Doggies. Redcliffe. Ball hit the ground. Muller just got rid of his doggy opponent. Redcliffe again. Might have played for that one. Spiteri, kick smothered. Helter-skelter down here. Gussie, and the clearing kick comes out.
It's a good one from Muller. Trying to kick it towards Walker, but it bounced a metre inside the chalk and out of bounds for a restart. They can get their breath back here, the Albury Tigers. That was frantic on the last line of defence.
Frantic in their favour, so they've done well there. They played the defence side of the game beautifully. There are a couple of free kicks that could have went against them, but they played it well.
Winter Irving in the ruck, brought it front and centre. The Tigers have numbers. Fletcher Carroll kicks in towards a bit of space. This is better. Garlett's out. Right foot kick to a 2-on-1. Well done, Jorgensen. The one prevailed against 2.
Oh, my Lord.
Take a bow, Adam Jorgensen. The Tigers could have raffled it. But there's a free kick for holding the ball. Umpire Ash Broughton said he dragged the football in. And it's going to be a free kick to McGrath. Point blank range, probably 25 out he'll kick from, directly in front.
Extremely lucky there. The 2-on-1, they should have split a lot harder, the two Albury Tiger players, but they stayed together, which gave Jorgensen the chance to square it, and unfortunately holding the ball decision against him.
For 2 in a row, off the boot of McGrath, his right foot kick sits up in the wind, and it just drifts across the face for a minor score. 69 plays 46 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. The Bulldogs lead the Tigers at the 21st minute mark.
Ball back into play. What do you got for a stand on that stat sheet of yours?
Yeah, well, it's a good quarter by Wodonga still, so it's 11 inside 50s to 5 this quarter.
And going back inside 50 again, Walker takes the mark. Okay, Bobby. Tigers need this goal. If they're going to win this footy game, they need one here as we reach the 22-minute mark of the third term, thanks to NZ.
As Divac and I mentioned at the halftime show that you guys were listening to, this is one of the guys that we needed to step up and take some ownership in regards to Albury getting back into this game. So must goal here, Walker.
Easily the best halftime show I've heard all year. Gussie agreed with me. Here goes Walker. And that one left. So 1 point. Is a windy day, though. It's not an easy day for forwards kicking.
Got to kick them, though, boys, don't you? You just simply have to kick them if you want to win this game of football. 1 point goes the way of the Albury Tigers.
Poor kick.
Poor kick in from fullback from Andrews. Got some work to do. Here does Kelly. High fend off. Umpire ignored it. Deneen got him. And the umpire said it was fair and it was legal. And it's across the boundary line for a restart.
High fend, incorrect disposal. Lucky.
69 plays 47. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. 23.5 gone for NZ here in the third term. Ben Kelly and Nugent in the ruck.
Oh.
Dump tackle, gainer against O'Sullivan. Free kick, Wodonga Bulldogs. Jack O'Sullivan's numbers thanks to 40 winks.
Yeah, 25 for Jack O'Sullivan.
Dangerous kick, works out okay towards Bradshaw. This is Will. Marks in front of our broadcast position, darts the eyes, lowers them, finds his brother. Here comes the 1-2, Bradshaw. The two link up, that should be downfield. Doesn't matter as the ball goes inside forward 50. Spiteri working on overdrive. Head over the football, ran into Miles. Umpire let the footy go. And big Jack O'Sullivan applies a big crunching tackle on Hamish Gilmore. We'll ball the footy up, 50 out from Doggy's goal.
Bulldogs 4-1, Albury Tigers 3-2. So they won't want to go 3-3, the Tigers. They sense this one is right on the line now. They need to make their move, or that'll be it. So we're gone 24 here, third term, thanks to Inspirations Paint. Ball up on the arc here, Hospital End. Here's Will Bradshaw. And swing, oh, beautiful play. Just got it on the right boot, got it back into the pocket. And that ball's heading out of bounds. Yes. It has gone out, Dan Vaccaro. What do you got for us, mate?
Yeah,
Thanks to 40 winks.
13 inside 50s now for Wodonga, so they are dominating the territory battle. Charlie Morrison's been fantastic this quarter. He's up to 7 disposals, 14 for the day for him on the 40 wing stat sheet.
69 plays, 47. Dogs over the Tigers on O&M Live. In Wodonga's forward line. Wilson got taken high. He got taken high. Jason Rains saw it. And Matt Wilson will go back and have a shot at his 6th goal in the deep stage of the third term.
Lauren Harder at the contest. Wilson was the only one to go on the ball, and the two Tigers blokes, both of them got them high. This is a perfect spot for a shot at goal, aimed for the far right post, and this should drift through nicely from where he's standing.
I've got him down for 5. This will be number 6 if he kicks it. This will
duck.
favour the right foot up. Started at the right-hand goal post. Loop it back. Matt Wilson. Just stabbed at it.
Yeah.
It tried to take the wind out of the equation. It's a minor score for Matt Wilson. He has kicked 5 goals, 2 for the Wodonga Bulldogs as Conlon kicks from full back.
Yeah, strong breeze here at John Flower Oval. Here's Muller. That was a good mark.
He needed one of your 7 irons there, Gussie, just to punch it in.
70 plays 47. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. So working up towards a third term break here. Fletcher Carroll on great work. Fighting so hard. Here's Garlett. Got swung around by Miller. Gainer. Head over the footy. And won his free kick for his team. Well done, Jake. So left of centre wing. Broadcast side. Time running out for the Tigers in the third term. Oh, turns it over, Jake. Directly to Venturoni. So the Bulldogs have it. True half-back flank here, and they come this way to Jack O'Sullivan, the on-ball version.
The co-coach, been a fantastic addition to the O&M as well as the Bulldogs. Siren sounds for three-quarter time. 10-10-70 the Bulldogs, the Albury Tigers 7-5-47 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. The Albury Tigers will kick with the wind in the final term, and it's going to be a mouth-watering encounter. Can't wait to bring it to you live, free and exclusive to O&M Live on the other side of the break. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
AT Jones, your local Onga specialist.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Snatchy, but he's also got the McRae Motors quarters best from the third term.
Yeah, absolutely. For mine, for Wodonga, it's still Matt Wilson. He had 7 disposals and kicked a goal. He's just been instrumental this game. He's the best player on the field for mine, Gus, and if Wodonga win, he, for mine, has the MVP wrapped up. He was fantastic. And for Albury, there's not a whole lot of shining lights, to be honest. I know Tiziani kicked a goal and he's keeping him in it, so it's probably leaning towards him and Isaac Muller was fantastic. He had 5 disposals, but in the ruck contest as well, he was awesome.
Are we taking hit-outs today?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
don't take. I'm not that good, mate. Come
Okay,
on.
but he'd have lots.
He'd have lots. We'll go with lots. I've just written on his the sheet here,
Officially
just
lots. Yeah.
How many hit-outs? Lots.
That's better than not many.
Our man Bobby Jackson, he's caught up in the crowd somewhere, obviously.
He did say he was signing autographs earlier.
He just ran from the Bulldogs
Not too
huddle
sure whose autographs he'd
over
be signing.
to.
Is this the best game of footy we've seen Matt Wilson play, gents?
I've seen him play a few, to be honest. I reckon he's super underrated, Matt Wilson. He's probably one of Wodonga's most valuable players for mine. The fact that he can play in all positions, but it's right up there, for sure.
Yeah. Gee, listen to that breeze there, dear.
It certainly is blowing a gale for the Newmarket Hotel. Bob Jackson has made his way back into the box. I tell you what, after his fantastic debut, and he's backed it up beautifully in his second game, he deserves nothing more than a palm in a schooner from the Newmarket Hotel tonight. Bobby Jackson, what do the coaches say at three-quarter time?
Twitty was more of the same. Hard work, hard work. There's a really stiff breeze blowing, so I wouldn't be surprised when they throw up a player behind the ball at some stage. But more of the same, hard work, get the 1%ers, tackle count high. Whereas
Hear that breeze coming through, Bobby.
It is. Sean Daly, you want them to stay calm. They're not going to win the game in 3 minutes. Just work their way into it. When they get the ball, then they go. Run, work hard. So he was pretty relaxed. He was pretty calm and was trying to portray that to his players as well. So really big emphasis on getting the ball into Tiz because he's on fire. So they want to get the ball in there nice and quick and clean to him.
O'Hara starting one out in the goal square for the Albury Tigers. The Tigers are kicking with the breeze. It's probably a 3 or 4 goal win, to tell you the truth. They're going to end to kick 6 unanswered if they are to win the final term. For Mac Jack Sheds, here's Luke Francis, the final quarter with the Dogs and the Tigers.
Yeah, here we go in the fourth at John Flower Oval. Heiner Hennessy couldn't reel it in. Jack O'Sullivan, on ball version good to Jorgensen. Quick kick. This one coming out towards Noah Bradshaw. Picks it up now in front of Powell. Tried to get around him, didn't work, and did in the end, fended off. And then Noah was peeling for the free kick. Thought he caught one across the face. And they're just having a tight tussle, those two down there. They're enjoying it.
Bit of a cuddle.
Loves it, Jack Allen.
Just a cuddle, Lukey. Friendly cuddle.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an interesting cuddle.
More of a Lygon Street After Dark sort of a cuddle. Jack Yelland off the back of the stoppage to Riley Gill. He snaps it across his body. Lucas Conlon worked his way back into the game as the former Team of the Year fullback in his return from a hamstring that he suffered in the pre-season, his first game of the year. Kicks about a 70-metre ball. Good mark. Matt Walker. I reckon he's in range here with the wind with him, boys, but it is a tight angle. He's going to play on. Looks like he's going to go top of the square. Breeze does too much. It just scrapes through for a minor score. You'd think players at this level, gents, would be able to adapt better to the breeze. 48 plays 70 for Wodonga Border Carpets. They've got to adapt, Bobby.
Yep, I'd at least give him one more kick, Gus, before we start criticising him too hard. That did dip left real hard, so he's got to get that further out to the right.
Liam Andrews lays it off to Morrison, and they come out of the back pocket, the Doggies. Short one to Gill. Got good skills, this young man. Let's see if he can spot up a target. Gus and Bobby just talking about the wind. Look at that.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow, that has gone high. Very high. And the ball's out of bounds here, just in front of the Wodonga. Coaches scaffolding Gus McLeod.
Robbie McKinlay would say higher than Joe Cocker.
Yeah.
That's one of his favourites.
Yeah, old Joey boy, eh?
2 minutes gone, NZ Albury time clock. Big final term here for Mac Jack Sheds. Phil Packer and the team. If you need a shed, go and get one from Mac Jack Sheds. They're in Wagga Road, Lavington. We'll ball the footy up.
Who is Joe Cocker, Gus?
He's a singer.
He's a great singer.
He was.
He's a singer. Not my cup of tea, but doesn't have to be. I'm more of a tea swizzle sort of operator. Back live, Jorgensen.
Tea squizzle.
Taylor Swift.
Swift, mate, come on.
Come on, Lukey.
I've never ever heard that.
Haven't you heard of Taylor Swift in Wagga?
She's
They'll
an
get
absolute...
internet and they'll be on Taylor Swift soon.
Oh, we've got Kenny Rogers.
You got Kenny Rogers.
Lee Kernigan out of Wagga.
Little Jack O'Sullivan. Handballs trying to find Jorgensen. Hits the target. Penetrating kick. Big Jack O'Sullivan can't keep it alive. Takes it across the boundary line for a restart. So every minute that ticks by is a win here for the Wodonga Bulldogs. They lead 10-10-70 to the Albury Tigers, 7-6-48. It's on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, and the boundary throw-in will come in. True centre wing, grandstand side.
She's a star, Tay-Tay. She's a star. Here's the ball back. Oh, look at that. Ball hasn't made it back in because of the wind, Bobby.
Now, the boundary umpire can be sensible and take 10 metres in. There we go. He's going to take one. Warm up the arm. Here it comes, Lukey. Ready
He's
for that?
winding up. Look at that. That was beautiful. Muller out the back to King. And Gaynor. Now that one's gone well over the top, and the mark is taken by Greenhill. So just talking about the win there. Yeah, Tiziani not happy at all with the kick from Gaynor. Anyway, here's Yelland and Walker. And then Page brought down. Morrison goes, ducks out the back. Good footy. Gets it onto Jorgensen. Now what's the kick going to be like? He handballs instead to Yelland. They want the chalk here. Get it, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play there by Charlie Morrison. He's had some game. He's up to 16 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and he's just a massive pillar for Wodonga this quarter.
Gaynor had the ball and had the whole 50 to deliver the ball to Tiziani and missed the target by a long shot.
16-point lead in the third term to the Rovers over North Albury. According to the website, that quarter's gone 38 minutes.
Have a look at the mullet on the boundary umpire just down here.
Yeah, elite. The mullet
That is
as good as it gets.
Mimo on the camera. We'll get you to get a bit of a shot of that when we can. The boundary umpire right in front of the clubhouse. He's got one of the best moulays you'll see. Gill, kick from a standing start up towards true centre wing. Off the back of the pack. Well done, O'Brien. Tom kicks inside 50. Tiziani brought it to ground level. Good hands. Needed some support from O'Hara. It didn't come. The Dogs now have numbers. Greenhill. Long, raking, penetrating kick. O'Brien keeps it alive. Happy to take it across now from Bradshaw.
Throw it in.
I'm not sure what the umpires and, the Wodonga Bulldogs players are appealing for there, but nonetheless, it is a boundary throw-in, and it's right in front of Ladies' Day, which is starting to get a little bit rowdy, Luke, down here at the kennel.
You got an update for us? That three-quarter time, Gus, down there?
Yep, they're rowdy.
Gee, Tom O'Brien's got some pace, hasn't he? I reckon he'd go well off 10 metres in the stall gift heats. He really can turn it on, Bobby.
Wodonga's thrown a player behind the ball.
Jorgensen
looks like now they're rolling up now.
Just a bit of height behind the ball.
As Jeffy Garlett sneaks forward.
70 plays 48 here. Bulldogs up. We're gone close to 6. Final term, thanks to NZ Albury. Tigers are in a bit of trouble. They're in a fair bit of trouble at the moment. If they don't get the next goal, that might be it. So, left of centre wing, broadcast side with Dan Vaccaro, Bob Jackson, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis. We're at the back of the grandstand here at John Flower Oval. Quick one out of the pack. High ball to the flank. Wilson going back with the flight. And ball has gone out of bounds in front of the bar, Dan.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, Matt
It's
Wilson.
It's his
It's
day.
definitely his day. He's had 19 disposals and he's kicked the 5 goals. He has been instrumental for Wodonga.
Front runner for the Anytime Fitness player of the day, gents, I'd say.
I reckon he's got it, Bob, just quietly.
He's got one hand on the sign already. Boundary throw-in, back into play. Muller, great ruck work, tapped it out the back of the contest. Miller came through, turned it over as Page kicks a high up and under. McGrath. Good mark from Charlie McGrath. He's been the most lively Albury Tigers forward behind Lockie Tiziani. And McGrath will have a set shot, 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Super important kick, this one. This gets them back within 4 goals. Massive important kick.
Here comes McGrath. Kick looks good off the boot, straight over the goal umpire's hat. 16-point ball game for Wodonga Border Carpets. McGrath kicks his second, and the Albury Tigers are back in the contest.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now for the next 15 or so minutes there. Good finish there by McGrath. He just worked the wind beautifully, just put it at the top of the goal square and just sailed through. So Albury in with a chance here. They've got to do a little bit more. They're at 4 inside 50s. Wodonga yet to have one this quarter. So they've got the territory battle. Wodonga got a man behind the ball and they've got the win. So it's all set up for Wodonga. Let's see how close they can get.
How bad's my maths? That's horrendous.
What'd you say?
4 goals.
It's close enough. Well, it is technically it is under 4 goals.
Yeah, okay.
Technicality there, Bobby.
Back him as centre. About to go again. Here's Miller to Jack O'Sullivan. And out wide to Ashton Brooks, to Jorgensen. And gets a wide handball out of the pack. McGrath, well done. Just tapped it to his own advantage. Picks it up, kicks it in. Big important ball to be won here.
Geez.
Jorgensen. So Doggies might hold up again here. And then Jorgensen received it back and gets it out to Miller. So well done. They hold up again. So the Tigers, well, it's frustrating for them. They just can't penetrate.
They can't. They look better when they run. Bob Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
Braden O'Hara's done himself a mischief, boys. He went in nice and hard in that contest and hurt himself.
Little Jack O'Sullivan, another 40 wings disposal over the top to Matt Wilson. Wilson back to Little Jack. He takes a bounce. 75 from home now, 60. Second bounce. Kicks to the top of the goal square. Redcliffe! Redcliffe! Beautiful body work from Ethan Redcliffe. Got some support from a teammate. And against the run of play, Reddy will have a set shot from point blank range.
Absolute class by Coach Jack there. 2 or 3 bounces, assess the situation. Redcliffe and it might have been Spiteri, both in the hot spot as Redcliffe.
Oh no, he snapped across his body, didn't make the distance.
Oh.
He played on like big Harry Mackay would in the AFL, and that could be the sniff that the Albury Tigers needed. Didn't make the distance and it ricocheted off Lucas Conlon, but the kick from Conlon was poor from fullback, and it's a boundary throw-in. So after all of that, it's 10-11-71 to the Tigers, 8-6-54. Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard, boundary throw-in 50 metres from Wodonga's goal.
As O'Hara comes off, boys, it looks like a little bit sore after that clash down in deep 50.
Ball into play in the pocket. Marla, big fist. Here's Miller. Has he bounced that one through? It's missed. So that one to the far side of the Elm Street end is one behind.
Looks a good player, Tom Miller. He's had the 16 disposals today. Hasn't had huge numbers, but he looks good whenever he has the footy.
Kelly wasting no time from the fullback position. Comes with a long one. Unthank at the back. And then King, he might have his chance to get his hands on it. Ball's going to find the chalk here. Out of bounds, and time is running out for the Albury Tigers.
I feel as though the attacking side of the field is the far side, boys, in between the on the scoreboard side. This is the defensive side. It makes it easier for Wodonga to defend the game from this side.
72-54 for Border Carpets. The Dogs over the Tigers. 10 minutes gone for NZ. Albury kicking with a 3 or 4 goal win in the final term. Boundary throw-in was a bit short. Wilson got a kick away in the nick of time. Bounces inside the field of play. Jet Cassidy, happy to see it across the boundary line for a restart. Nugent coming off, and the Bulldogs are going to inject Kyle Winter-Irving into the ruck. Bob Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
I just can't get over this kid's mullet. He's absolutely
Get that on the camera, Mimo. Get that on the camera. The mullet's the best in the business, Lukey.
Yeah, we had him last week for the Lavington and Rovers game. Sensational mullet. Here's Garlett. And then King's got to make some ground here. Well done from Tiziani. Right foot. They get an entry here. Hospital end. Colby behind Hennessy went to ground. Morrison, great work trying to find Venturoni. King after him quickly.
Kept it in.
Yeah, I thought that was in. Anyway, umpire right on the spot. Good call.
Heine Hennessy looks like he's on one leg, boys. He replaced O'Hara deep forward.
Looks proppy.
He looks proppy as hell, doesn't he?
So they might be the walking wounded, the Albury Tigers. 54 plays, 72. They need to get a couple more goals. Winning the tap was Ben Kelly. Garlett's there, socketed off the ground, then regathered possession. Gill intercepts. Fletcher Carroll tackled as soon as he took possession of the football and will ball the footy up. After a blistering start in the first half, what's Fletcher Carroll's numbers looking like for 40 Winks?
Fletcher Carroll's had 26, so he's been well held. That was his first disposal this quarter, so he's only had the 4 disposals in the second half.
Muller got the ball towards Elliot Powell, and it backwards to Heiner Hennessy, who's trying to get off the ground. Unthanked, handballed. Umpire said it was legal, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Bob Jackson, Newmarket Hotel.
Heiner Hennessy's just coming off again, boys. He's no good. Walker's coming on to replace him, so I expect a big last 10-15 minutes out of Matt Walker.
Yeah, you're tuned into OMFNL Live on 1494 2AY, and the pitch is on the live stream brought to you by Snapprint Solutions. A lot of numbers around this field, both Tigers and Bulldogs, and again, we'll have a stoppage. 72 playing 54, the Doggies up here at John Flower Oval on a very blustery day. Here we go again. Muller, clearly. Carroll, on to Unthank. Hooks one around, they get an entry again. Oh, Morrison nearly took the mark. And then Greenhill got swung around by Tiziani, and again, we'll have another stoppage, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, we will, and it's just a stalemate at the moment. Fletcher Carroll, 2 disposals this quarter, and Elliot Powell, 2 disposals. Only 12 for the day for Elliot Powell, so quiet day for his standards.
Only 1 goal in this final term, went the way of Charlie McGrath at the 7-minute mark, and now after 13, the Tigers need another. Jorgensen was at the bottom of the packet, come out towards John O'Mail, and he's wrapped up in a tackle. 10-12-72 the Dogs, the Tigers 8-6-54. Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. 13 minutes gone for NZ. Still at least 10 minutes to go in this final term. Jorgensen from centre half back, kicked out to the Les Cheesley oval side wing. The Tigers have numbers. McGrath is one of them. Handball missed the target. Mopping up nicely, O'Brien. Jackson Kelly got some work to do.
Just continually shooting themselves in the foot, Aubrey. The simple little 3-metre handball, missing targets. They were out the outside. The O'Brien and would have been McGrath out the far side. They would have had clear ball going inside 50. Just a poor skill error.
So the ball at probably his furthest point from our commentary position, way over the other side. Here's Noah Bradshaw. Look at him burn away. Great clearance and a long ball forward. Wilding, no, couldn't take it. Gilmore, and that ball has gone out of bounds where the arc meets the boundary line. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, good contest there by Oscar Wilding as well, but Albury are still dominating this territory battle. 7 inside 50s for them, only 3 inside 50s for Wodonga this quarter, so interesting.
Yes, it is. Back into play, high boundary throwing. Muller. It seems like his 1,000th hit out of the game. Here's Gaynor. Quickly on the boot. Ashton Brooks picks it up for the Dogs. They'll be coming back in here. Can they get a mark inside 50? Gill got hands to it. Spiteri picks it up. Right foot bouncing, and that one has gone wide. Will it find the chalk? No. Unthank's going back. Keeps it in play for the Tigers and comes down. Good hit. Finding McGrath.
We'll go to Bob Jackson for the Newmarket shortly. McGrath chips the ball to King. Couldn't quite get there. Newmarket Hotel, Bob Jackson.
Jack O'Sullivan's hurt himself in a contest over on the far side there, on the less cheesy side open. He's hobbling off the ground under the help of a trainer. So
which Jack is it,
that
Bobby?
is the Big Jack. So that's one to keep an eye on there.
Looks to be an ankle the way he's coming off, Bobby.
Yeah, it looks certainly a lower leg. He's just hanging around there just to see if the ball comes out, but he's trying to get off.
Both ruckmen were sitting on their bums and then hit the ball like a ruck contest. Here's Carroll for the Albury Tigers. Gathers possession, 55 from home. That's as good a kick as you can do when there's no one to kick the ball to. Gain 50 metres and get a boundary throwing 40 metres from goal. 72 plays 54. The Dogs are doing enough over the Tigers. And we'll have a boundary throwing deep in the pocket at the 15-minute mark for NZ.
Yeah, so the margin, 3 goals exactly. The Doggies just keeping the Tigers at arm's length. Tiziani trying to break his way through the stoppage. Bulldogs have got him.
High free kick.
Going Albury.
Wow. Late call from the blind side.
Yeah. Okay, must kick goal for Lockie Tiziani. And he's a little limpy. So he gets up a little proppy there, Bobby.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, when you're going to have a shot at goal.
He's holding his knee here, boys.
He has had knee issues, yes.
He's had a lot of knee problems.
He might lay this off. I don't know if he's too confident here.
Look, Lucas Conlon is lurking as the obvious one to give the hands to here, Luke.
Let's see what he does. So 72 plays 54, margin at 18. This to bring it back to 12. No, that breeze, they've really got to set it out further, Bobby. I know it's so easy from up here.
That has travelled 20 metres over the fence from 50 metres.
Yeah. Yep.
From full back, Andrews to Morrison. They're going to need 4 goals to win this, the Tigers. 1 will bring 2, I can tell you that much. And this might be their chance as Morrison kick lands on the full. It's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Unthank.
Good call by the boundary umpire.
Very well called from the man with the moulet. Unthank called to play on. Poor kick, but it works out okay to O'Hara. Wasn't intended for him, but it worked out okay. O'Hara's proppy. He's on one leg. He's 55 from home. He's kicking from a standing start to a contest. 25 from goal. Nugent! The man who's come in from the twos. Been smoked in the ruck all day and has taken a potential match-winning mark on the last line of defence.
Been smoked in the ruck all day.
Well, there's no way to sugarcoat it, he has.
Andrews out of the back pocket.
Sorry, Zach. Sorry, mate. If you win, no one cares.
To Ashton Brooks. And Ashton Brooks down the outer side to Noah Bradshaw.
Sorry,
and
sorry,
they play
Zach.
on. And then to Miller.
That's the funniest thing I've heard today.
I'm sorry. Okay, here goes Venturoni, half forward flank for the Bulldogs, sending it in. And Lucas Conlon out of his reach. O'Brien gets it out to Unthank. He's tried his heart out, O'Brien. Out wide, well done, Byrne. Just made it in time. So, can they get... Here we go. Now, here's the run. Kelly plays on, high ball to true centre wing on the far side. Venturoni goes up. And then here's Garlett running onto it. So they need something out of this, or it could be curtains. The roller door could come down for the Tigers. Oh, bursting onto it, Charlie Morrison. Fantastic. And gets it off to Yelland.
Yelland kicks down the line. Winter Irving, the big hyphen, marks true centre wing. Broadcast side. He looks like a fridge on legs today, Winter Irving. Kicks inboard. Nice looking kick to Yelland. Yelland kicks out wide. Miller's got some work to do. It's nice methodical play. 55 from home, chips into the pocket, Redcliffe.
Beautiful.
Well-worked football from the Wodonga Bulldogs, and if Ethan Redcliffe can kick a drop punt, he's a chance from here.
Beautifully protected the space well, Redcliffe. Waited for Miller to hold the ball, and then Miller just perfectly waited pass into the path of Redcliffe, who's on the right side for a left foot, if that makes sense.
If he kicks a banana, I'll spew. He needs to start this between the right-hand point post and goal post and let it swing back like...
Not
like that. Yeah, top of the goal square it goes, made about 40 metres of distance. Anthony Miles marks on the last line of defence. He kicks in board to Gaynor. 72 plays 55. NZ Albury time clock reads 19 minutes. The Tigers need a goal and they need it now.
Yeah, they do. There's not much sand left in the hourglass for them. O'Brien back to Gaynor. They're trying to get to some run here. They're trying everything, but it's just not coming off. And this ball gets out the back. Here's Miller. This would really close the door. Oh, well done from Powell. A run-down tackle. Now, they've got to move it quickly. Here they go. Powell on to Carroll. Now, what have they got on? Oh, O'Brien couldn't hit him with the hand pass. That was scrappy to Carroll. Out wide to Kelly. To O'Brien again. And then has a bounce. On to Gaynor. Back to Kelly.
Oh!
Kelly goes in. Long ball. Hospital end. Good fist out the front on Morrison. He stands tall again. He's been enormous back there. And then gets one back to Will Bradshaw, and they come out the back. And the doggies hold up again. And here is Liam Andrews with the footy, Gus.
For McRae Motors, well called, Luke Francis. Ball goes out wide to Jorgensen. His numbers, Dan?
Yeah, Adam Jorgensen has been fantastic today, so he's up to 28 disposals.
Put him down for 29 as the Who's Cares Cup looks to be heating up.
10 seconds left, boys.
Inboard, dangerous ball. Bradshaw, turnover for the Tigers. Andrews, well done, on to Deneen. Shimmies and shakes. A little bit of a shake and bake, and the ball goes towards Gill. Gill, handballs over the top. Little Jack O'Sullivan kicks into the pocket. Spiteri. Should be a push in the back. Umpire says no. Boundary throw in. Well defended, Tom O'Brien. Inside the D50. He's been superb today. I would have liked to see him get around the ball a bit, but he's been the best small defender on the ground for mine.
He's done a fantastic job on Spiteri. It's for Wodonga to be kicking 10 goals without Spiteri contributing has been a fantastic job by O'Brien.
Gee, the locals are barking here in the kennel. It's more like a pound at the moment. There's Byrne. Out to Muller.
Been one of those days.
It has. Unthank. Left foot down the line to true centre wing. Oh, Morrison.
Oh, no.
How good is this guy playing?
Unbelievable. He's the best fullback in the league, Charlie Morrison.
Not according to the scorecard.
Tearing it up into Cassidy. So here goes Jet. So gone 21 here, final term, thanks to NZ Albury. 72 plays 55. If you've just joined us, the Bulldogs up.
Conlon ran off his opponent, intercept, handballed over the top. Got some work to do, the Tigers. Well done, Miles. Had a heap of space and gained about 2 metres as he shimmied and shaked. Andrews, front of the contest, won the ball at ground level. Well done, Jorgensen, been superb. Slapped it into space. Carroll was there. So is Conlon over the top. Finds its way to Gaynor. In a Venturoni tackle, he slipped out of it. Well done, Conlon. Got the ball by hand onto Miles, who threw it on the boot. Centre half forward's the destination for John O'Mail to mark. He's got a man open in the goal square if he can get it there. The kick's going to go to Walker. Walker, open goal, got it. And the Tigers are a sniff.
Ooh.
They're a very, very small sniff.
Ooh.
61 plays, 72 at the 22-minute mark. Matt Walker kicks a much-needed goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's been well held all day, Matt. Sniff, Lukey.
Yeah, they certainly are, Dan, and great calling from Gus McLeod for the Wang Motor Group. Wow, this is getting interesting. This is getting very interesting now. So 72 to 61.
Be about 4 minutes left, I reckon.
Yeah.
For fact, actually, we just asked the timekeepers.
11 points in a great radio craft there from our Gus McLeod and Dan Vaccaro. Bobby Jackson, that was great,
That was
wasn't it?
smooth as shark, you know what.
Yeah. Here we go. And then a stoppage here. So just the broadcast side here of the centre. Let's see who can win the clearance. It's a massive clearance to be won. Here's Muller up against Nugent out the back. Power won it and then got it on the right boot. Here come the Tigers. McGrath got hands to it. So too did Deneen. Miller. And then, Parnell had him. Ball in play still goes on. Gets out the back. Morrison, you guessed it, at his feet. Oh, well done. He knocked that out by foot to Matt Wilson, and the Bulldogs get out again.
Winter
to Winter
Irving.
Yep.
He's taken a big mark and he's lifted heavily for the Dogs in the final term. He chips over the top. Little Jack's numbers thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, Little Jack's up to 33 disposals.
Is this 34?
Yes.
God, he's been good. The former Seymour, best and fairest winner. Free kick off the ball here. In defensive 50 causes a turnover. These sort of things can spark life back into the opposition. O'Brien has the footy. Attacks the corridor. Powell's going to have to be good. Well done, Spiteri. Got a fist. Coming off the square was Miles. He left it behind. Elliot Powell's on hands and knees, but the ball's in the corridor, and the umpire calls, so the footy will ball it up. 72 plays 61. 2.5 minutes to go in the final term. The Dogs lead the Tigers.
Great to watch. Doggies and Tigers at John Fowler. Here we go. Oh, coming through. Was Jorgensen wrapped up?
Great contest there by Noel Spiteri earlier as well. Hasn't been his day, but what a contest.
Yeah. Muller. Here's Carroll. Gets it out to Powell. Here come the Tigers again. He launches one, Powell. Getting back. Guess who? Guess who?
Yes.
Is that man, Matt Wilson. Dan for 40 Winks.
Yeah, 23 disposals and 5 goals for Matt Wilson.
And a
Best
50
on ground.
and a 50, and that might be it.
I think it's a free kick off the ball, boys.
Okay.
Looks to be against Garlett here at centre half back. But if the Bulldogs maintain possession for no more than 90 seconds, they'll win this. They're going to kick laterally, does Matt Wilson, and he finds the captain in Morrison. Morrison goes short to Andrews. They're going to do enough, the Dogs. They're going to do enough at the 25-minute mark. They lead by 72-61. 11 points. Andrews called to play on. Kicks it as high and as long as he possibly can. Big contest. Conlon front and centre. Not as good enough as Jorgensen. Brought it back in. Got his own football and he was taken high. Jorgensen was taken high. He's 60 from home and he'll milk as much time off the clock as he possibly can.
29 disposals for Jorgie as well. He has been amazing today.
Just more desperate, more urgent around the ball, Wodonga, all day. No more so than there. In the last minute of the play, Jorgensen was fantastic there.
So Jorgensen, he's 75 from home. Umpire calls him to play on, so he kicks a high up and under into the pocket. Winter Irving was the target, bringing it to ground level. The Dogs have numbers. Jorgensen evades one. Garlett got him in a big tackle. Holding the ball, free kick to Jeffrey.
Yeah, so the Doggies are going to go 5-1. 5-1 after round 6 in the O&M. As the Tigers get it to half back. So the siren has Matt Wilson. He might just get one more, hey? And the Doggies crowd erupts here at John Flower Oval. They claim the points in round 6. A great win. 10-12-72 to the Tigers. 9-7-61.
An emphatic win from the Wodonga Bulldogs. Dan will get you to head down with Bobby and get ourselves a photo for our player of the day. No prizes for guessing who it is. We'll catch up with our player of the day in the post-game show this afternoon. But Matt Wilson for mine, a clear best on ground. What were your thoughts, Lukey?
He gets it, Gussie. He gets it. Yeah, look, they were very, very good today, the Bulldogs. The Tigers threw everything at them, but they just, they repelled every challenge that the yellow and black put to them, and they've come out on top in very fine fashion. They can be very proud of their efforts today, Gussie.
Oh, they certainly can. They were emphatic. A win for the ages for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Not very often do they beat their rivals, the Albury Tigers, but they've done so on home soil today. 10-12-72 to the Tigers, 9-7-61.
Gee, it sets up their season, doesn't it? 5-1. 5-1.
We know they started 6-1 last year and it was enough for them to get in the finals.
Yeah, exactly. So it's there before them, and they've proved many wrong.
A great win for the Bulldogs as the boys make their way on the ground. Unfortunately, we've got a few tech difficulties this afternoon, meaning we won't be able to get you our live post-game interviews. We'll get the boys up in the box in the post-game show, but unable to get down on a boundary level this afternoon. We apologise for that. And I think it's going to be quite obvious who the player of the day is. I think it has to be Matt Wilson. No one else of mine can take it off Matt Wilson.
No, he is a lay-down misère. He's a bigger certainty as Black Caviar. is Matt Wilson. So let's have a look. Where is that Dan Vaccaro? Can you see him, Gussie? I can't.
He's
there he
looking at
is.
us. Yeah,
There they are.
He's got him. Matty Wilson's the man.
And Bobby's there. He's handing the Anytime Fitness sign.
Anytime Fitness player of the day. He's Matt Wilson, Anytime Fitness in Albury, Wodonga and Lavington. Stronger lives are built at Anytime Fitness. They're a community-based gym, Lukey, and they do a fantastic job.
Look at our little mullet man getting a guard of honour from the other umpires as he comes off there, Gussie.
Under 16s playing this afternoon, Lukey, afterwards.
Are they?
Yeah, Wodonga versus Albury in the under 16s.
Oh, beautiful.
Coming up here, bit of something for us to watch. And a great win from the Wodonga Bulldogs. We might take a break here on O&M Live, and on the other side of the break, we'll try and get some post-game interviews. The Dogs too strong, 10-12-72. The Albury Tigers 9-7-61. A thrilling final term for Mac Jack Sheds as Wodonga hold on in an epic. O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
AT Jones, your local day.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.